Because the TV cameras come in here and around, 5:30 and just read the newspapers and get ready for the show. Mm-hmm. But now it is the most annoying part of my day, and I don't even want to talk about it. It's so annoying because Ralph is in there with me. He does my makeup, and then he just stands around in the room while I try to give him a hint, like, get out of the room, dude.
He just stands there.
He's fotzing with his makeup. And every day I don't want to come in and tell you about what's going on with Ralph because I really don't want Ralph as part of the show. But I think he does it so that I'll talk about him in some subtle way. He's very passive-aggressive. I've noticed that about him.
Yes, and he will continue to do that as long as he's around.
Yeah. And he wants that... Yeah, so... Then, like, I have a metal bag that I bring in every day. He puts his stuff on top of the metal bag, so I have to... As I'm rushing into the studio, I have to move all his stuff off the metal bag. And then every day I come in here, act annoyed, which I am, and then he gets to put the headphones on and sit in here with us and respond to it.
So how long is he going to be around? Has he made you think that he's indispensable throughout the show?
No, I've already told the E people I want him out of here after he does my makeup and just to leave me with a powder puff so I can puff my face down if I get sweaty. Is the air conditioning lowered?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
That's been lowered.
All right, good. I told Gorilla when he comes in the morning, just lower the air conditioning as soon as you get in.
Are you really that warm?
Yeah. Come on in here and sit for a second. By 8 o'clock, it's like you're melting. But anyway, so I don't know what to do about Ralph. He doesn't seem to listen when I tell him that he's annoying me. I don't think he believes it. You know what I mean? And I don't
think Ralph can help being annoying.
I even feel like my throat gets tight just sitting there. Mm-hmm. I can't even tell you.
But you saw him the other day when we were sitting there trying to have a discussion about something, and Ralph started packing.
Yeah, that's a subtle passive-aggressive personality.
Like, he can't leave. He can't throw this stuff in a bag and go. It's all got to be arranged properly, and it makes a lot of noise.
We were all sitting around having a little meeting, me, Robin, Jackie, Fred. So Ralph piled all his stuff in my office and then, like, had to wrap up his hairdryer with, like, the wire had to be wound.
It was very intricate.
Yeah, it was very, very involved. And it was just like, dude, you had 4 or 5 hours to pack your stuff up. Why are you doing it now when I need the office for 15 minutes? I've been in the studio for 5 hours. Get out. He doesn't to him, he's like, hey, man, what's the big deal? I'm just standing here. I'm not bothering anybody. But you're bothering somebody just standing there. All right, Ralph, you get your wish. Come in here and let me yell at you.
And I heard that at Jackie's party the other day, somebody was mentioning to him that he was now a TV star, and he got this big smile on his face.
Oh. Dude, I know you're not going to understand what I'm saying. You're not even going to understand what I'm saying, but in a lot of subtle ways, you want to be in here, and this is a way for you to get in here. But I'm going to tell you something. It's not going to last. I'll just have somebody else do it. Listen, Ralph's very talented. That's why I put up with it. And I like Ralph a lot. He's a friend of mine. I consider Ralph a friend, a close friend. I mean, I like to hang out with Ralph as much as the next guy. But when it comes to a working relationship, you've got to learn to, like, not be you're the only thing that's irritating me about the new E! Show.
I promise that we'll have this all worked out.
Yeah, all you got to do is you walk in, you blow dry the hair, which is no problem. You do it quick. He's good at that. You do the makeup. You don't sit there and paint.
You know, I was kind of waiting to do something after.
I know you were, but forget that. It's not the time to do it. Read the signals. You saw me looking over at you as you were packing your stuff up, and you knew you were annoying me. You knew it.
I know.
Most people would take the vibe and walk out of the room.
I don't know that most people would, but Ralph especially ignores every signal.
Yeah, every signal. And I was like being subtle about it. Then all of a sudden, I got to, it's just, my mind is on Ralph and not on my reading. From now on, I want you to have 10 exact minutes. Blow out the hair, put the makeup on, and get out.
I need a little bit more than 10, but...
Well, 10 is fine. You should be able to practice at it and see how fast you can do it. You know, like that guy who talks fast? What's his name?
John Machida.
John Machida. You should be the John Machida of hair blowing and makeup.
Yes.
And then get out of the room. Go hang out with Gorilla. Hang out with anyone you want. I don't care. Hang out with Rob. Let her get ready.
I was sitting there. I was trying to get something done today. You know.
I know you were. I know, Ralph.
That was a good idea.
Whatever you think is important for you to get done, it's more important for me to concentrate on my show.
You're absolutely.
Because without this show, you have no job. I have no job. Robin has no job. Fred has no job. And Jackie will be back in the whore clubs.
You mean he's the linchpin that could make this whole
Yeah,
trouble?
because I'm really getting annoyed with him.
Frightening, isn't it?
Yeah, and I know you're excited. It's a TV show, and like you wrote me a note yesterday. Thanks for making me a part of the show yesterday, dude. And then,
oh,
dude. Yeah,
dude,
you did
in a
say
letter?
dude in a letter. Dude, I love you. You're a great guy.
In writing now?
Yeah, but you're an amazingly annoying human being, and you know you're doing
That's why
it.
You love me.
It's a passive aggressive thing, and you got to get rid of those traits because you're working with me now.
Yeah, all right. Well, I don't.
I love you. You're a great guy.
I don't see it that way.
There are times that I have time for you.
I have to get done. Like I went in the office the other day to get my stuff because it was time for me to leave.
Here's another passive-aggressive move of Ralph's. I have an assistant in my house, which he could 99% of the time tell her what he wants.
Yeah.
I don't like to go through other people.
So he doesn't. He calls her 100 times looking for me. She says, "I'm not available. Not available." Tell me.
He'll never leave a message.
No,
that's not true. Get her on the phone right now.
Then he waits till 7 or 8 o'clock to call my house when he knows the assistant is gone, and he just endlessly calls. Dude, it's important.
You called me yesterday.
Yes, of course I called you.
I called you back. That's all.
No, yesterday was fine. You handled it fine yesterday.
Okay.
But this is the other.
I'm getting better.
This is the other 100 times.
Forget the other 100 times.
All right.
The new Ralph. The new professional.
Oh, boy.
Here's a picture that just came in. You have made me and my berry very, very famous. And it's a picture of Ralph with his berry in his tooth. And a big berry on his face.
Who do we thank for that?
Yeah. There it is. Look at the tooth. Look at the tooth.
Tooth is very prominent.
Oh, there it is. You can see that on our TV show, the E! Network. There it is. I heard last night's TV show was real good. All right, Ralph, you're excused. Please, you're passive-aggressive.
I'll try not to.
And passive-aggressive means real annoying, and I'm almost up to 99% on the passive-aggressive meter, which means I'm this close to, like, not knowing how to deal with you.
No, we'll work it out.
All right.
You know, this is...
Just walk
like
in and get out of the room.
We got bugs to work out in the whole
No, there's no bugs to work out, because really, Ralph, your whole life revolves around that 10 minutes of makeup, so you're into it, and, you know, his whole job for the whole day is that 10 minutes right in there.
Listen.
Dude.
When we started
Dude, now I'm going to dude you. Now I'm going to dude you.
Dude, in the beginning... Monday it took me maybe 25 minutes to a half an hour.
Why is that?
I got it down to like 15 minutes already, so I'm getting
now
better
you're going to get it down to 10.
day.
Now here's what your goal is.
Down to 10.
10, so you're so not annoying that you become invaluable to me.
There's special days like your hair looks a little extra frizzy today, so I'm going to have to put some more junk in it.
Yeah,
there's things I got to do that you don't even realize. So
no, here's what Ralph's problem is. His whole day revolves around the 5:30 mark when he gets in and he has his 10 minutes alone with me, and it's important. It's his job to get me looking like I'm a human. You know, he fixes my hair up, gets some makeup on me. Now I don't wear a lot of makeup. I put a little what's it called? Base. I don't put eye makeup or anything like that on. Let me take these off because I don't like the way I look in them. So I must tell you that it's really a quick thing. I should just, glop it on a little and let me get out of there. And it's my one time to read the paper and see what's going on, what happened overnight. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the guy's standing there and he's, and this is his big thing. I mean, this is what he woke up for to do, and he's creating art.
It's kind of hard to get up at that time of the morning and know it's only a 10-minute show.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand. For me, the shorter the job, the more valuable he becomes to me, and the more in value. You could ask my guys here, Jackie, Fred, Rob. I think they'll all tell you that I'm a loyal guy. People who work well with me, I love. And I will love you as soon as you learn how to work well with me, or else I got to get rid of you.
I'm getting quicker.
It's been happened a few times, but over the years I've had to be disloyal to people and boot them the hell out of here because it just didn't work out. I got to be honest.
Don't get on that list, Ralph.
The show is the most important thing to me, Ralph, and the content of the show. Let me tell you something. When I worked at NBC, I was about 50 pounds overweight. I looked like hell, but I was very successful. So my look, while I'd like to look nice, excuse me, yeah, I was on TV. While my look is important to me, I would like to look attractive on television. It is really not that crucial.
Right, I understand.
Okay, I'm not a pretty boy.
It's a sidebar.
It's a sidebar.
There we go.
And I mean very sidebar. The beauty on this show is Robin. She's got that covered.
Not in that little nostril cam shot.
Get out of the room. Don't ever insult Robin's camera. Get out.
Too far.
Get out. Get out. You're no longer on TV. If you notice, they haven't been putting Ralph on TV lately. On the TV show, the 23 minutes that they pick, They've not been picking Ralph on purpose.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're trying to work the show around Ralph?
Yeah, they're trying to cut around Ralph
they're
because...
picking a moment he's not there.
No, you know why? Because everyone knows what he's doing.
Yes.
And we want to discourage it.
I don't think that's true. I think I was on last night.
I want you to be invisible. No, last night you got on because I called you in for the broccoli and stuff.
Yeah, and another day to make fun. I mean...
Just get out of here. I don't want my first...
Counting up his minutes.
Again, I'm telling you, I don't want the first part of the show to revolve around you. I have things I want to talk about.
He's actually counting the minutes he's on TV.
And this is why I can never get to Letterman, or I want to talk about my appearance tonight on Letterman. I have thoughts that I'd like to share with you, discuss, Robin. I mean, I don't have time. I'm busy with being annoyed by... And you know me. Whatever's on my mind...
That's what you have to talk about.
Right. And he annoys me.
And he makes sure he's on your mind.
Yeah, he does. He makes sure. What I need is one of the E people. Who is in charge of our E show here? Is it John Reiber?
I would imagine so, for a little
Reiber?
while anyway.
Is it John Reiber or Reiber?
I would say Reiber.
All right. John's job now... I know John is watching me in the other room. Your job is to... make sure that by 5:42, Ralph is out of my room. I don't care where he is in the process. Get him out. So Ralph will be here at 5:30.
You're giving him 12 minutes.
12 minutes. I'm being more than generous. And Ralph will be the highest paid individual in the country because for the $5 he gets, he only has to work 12 minutes.
If you expanded that to an hour, it would be what?
Right. Exactly. And so what's 12 minutes? Let's see. That's there's 60 minutes in an hour. That's $25 an hour he'd be getting.
All right.
Am I right?
Very good.
Right. That's a high rate. John, you can change your credit to producer/babysitter of Ralph.
Caretaker.
And build a trap door in my office so that at 5:42, if Ralph isn't done, he falls through the trap door. Pull the switch.
That would be good. If they could do that, I would say they're worth their salt.
You want to know when Ralph's doing a good job? When I walk in here and he's not on my mind. That's when he's doing a good job. So far, he's doing a miserable job.
Well, this is a double-edged sword for Ralph. In one sense, he would love to stay with you.
Yeah, but he won't stay with me if this continues. But in another sense,
he loves the airtime. What's he going to do?
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. If I have another week of this, I'm going to burst.
Ooh.
I'm going to burst.
We've only done this for 1 week.
Yeah, if I have another week, and I have no problem. People say to me, do you mind the camera being on yours? Absolutely not. In fact, I forget it's there after 5 minutes, and I like playing to it. I like holding up the pictures. Here's another picture of Ralph. Stare into my berry. You are getting sleepy. You are getting sleepy.
Oh, that's funny.
There it is, you see? Okay. By the way, Robin, has the top of my head started to melt from the heat yet? How hot is it in here, guys?
It's unbelievable.
It's unbearable.
Mm.
It's unbearable.
Well, they've had an air conditioner specialist up here several days in a row.
You know who would be happy in here? Hakeem Olajuwon, because he came from Africa, and it's very hot over there. When Hakeem Olajuwon is the great center for the Houston Rockets, who earned me $500 the other day, and the right to pass wind in Gary's face.
How are you doing in that direction?
I'll give you an update in 1 second.
All right.
But I must tell you...
No wind was broken yesterday for anybody who wasn't with us.
Right. I'll give an update in a minute. This is what it must feel like at the equator, at the Tropic of Capricorn, or Cancer, whatever it is. Tropic of Cancer. Oh, my God. It's like a steam bath in here. It's like a schwitz. Holy mackerel. Wow, it's hot in here from the lights.
When do they turn on the lights? You'd think at the beginning of the morning it would still be cool.
I don't know.
And don't they have lights that don't give up heat?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know where my camera is and I play to it. But anyway, this Hakeem Olajuwon would be comfortable in here because he's used to it in Africa. He comes from Africa. That's why the Houston Rockets won. This is a guy who had to hunt for zebra every night for dinner.
There are no cities in Africa. Everything's a jungle.
Oh, have you ever been to Africa?
Have you?
I've been there 2 times on safari.
Yes, right.
Once on a photo.
Been outside of the country.
Once on photo safari and once on a real safari.
A real hunting with a rifle safari.
Yeah.
Sure.
I dropped like 3 tigers. And all we have to do is sprinkle a little sand on the floor, and I got a beach. I'm telling you. But in Africa, Hakeem Olajuwon.
And you saw Hakeem running for his food one day.
More than that.
What?
He had to reach above everyone else to get coconuts for himself, and then he got that incredible reach. He didn't play basketball in Africa. Reaching for coconuts simulated going to the net and dunking.
I see.
Chasing the zebra was guarding the other center. That is how he learned to play basketball.
You're so ridiculous. Chasing the zebra.
He had no real basketball in Africa. He had a monkey's head that he would use the eye sockets for as bowling ball, and then he would use it also to dribble.
I guess
practice.
This is equivalent to everybody thinking the streets of America are paved with gold.
I'll go over to Africa sometime. You've never been there. You've never made a pilgrimage.
You should take me.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I'll teach
Show
you.
me all your old haunts.
I'll take you right to the bush. You won't know what hit you.
Yeah, that's your haunt.
I haunt the bush. Hey, Robin, let's go to the bush.
I'd rather go to the Bells myself.
That's right. You know, let me tell you something. Scuffling on the court is nothing compared to wrestling with a lion for a hyena leg to eat, which Hakeem Olajuwon in his autobiography wrote about. You know what it's like to wrestle? You know what it's like to wrestle?
Well, you've done it, haven't you?
No, I have never wrestled a hyena leg away from a lion. But that's why I'm not a great basketball player.
Well, I'm glad that there is some experience you haven't had.
That's why Patrick Ewing doesn't intimidate Hakeem Olajuwon. Because he's wrestled the eye of the lion.
Well, why would you say the game is so close? Seeing as how he's done all these incredible things, why was Patrick Ewing even able to stay with him
because
a little bit?
The rest of the team, the Houston Rockets, didn't grow up in Africa.
I see. They were holding him back. He'd be too far superior.
When you grow up racing cheetahs and out-jumping giraffes, you will be a great basketball player,
Why don't they bring a whole team of Africans over here?
They should.
Why don't you do it?
I'm busy with my film career right now, and I will do it after I'm done with my movie.
I think that's a great idea.
I know it's a great idea. Let's take a break for some commercials. Our important sponsors have many words to say, and then I'll come back and tell you everything that I know and take some phone calls. We'll have a wonderful Friday together.
It's a short show.
It's going to be a short show. We should be done in a few minutes.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah.
Howard, you're going to have to put a mirror in the studio.
Why?
Your hair's still sticking up.
Well, you think the idiot would come in here and tell me? You think Ralph would tell me? That's what. If he sees it sticking up, he could say something. How's it now?
Looks okay.
All right, good. When you need him, he's not. Yeah, when you need him, he's not here. It's unbelievable.
That's one of his annoying traits.
Yeah, but he's never here when we need him.
Yeah.
I am starving. I have to pass wind in Gary's face today. And I want it to happen. My stomach is completely empty. I'm ready to tank up.
What are you going to do today?
Gorilla, get in here. I want you to buy some stuff for me.
Oh, no. The last concoction didn't work. I hope you have a better recipe today.
What happened when you went home?
I wasn't gassy yesterday. I don't know what it was. Listen, I got to eat some stuff. I want you to go buy me an apple, 2 apples maybe, 2 green apples. And I get some rice cakes from yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you go get me that? I'll start with that.
All right.
Why don't you do what I thought a good gas combination for you was that tuna on a bagel.
Ooh. Give me a bagel.
Plain?
Plain bagel.
Plain bagel?
Maybe some sesame seeds. Sometimes the seeds release gas. The seeds open up in your stomach. Yeah, get up. This is important. Drop everything else.
Okay.
Get 2 apples.
Okay.
2 green hard apples. And a plain bagel.
You want to toast it or no?
No.
No? Okay.
I think the toasting sometimes takes out some of the
The
air pockets.
Elements.
Yeah, there's air pockets in a bagel. All right, I got to blast away in Gary's face, and I want to be ready by 8 o'clock to blast. So write that down, okay? Don't write it down. You know what to get. He's writing it down.
Pretending.
Now, if you forget something, it really will be awful.
2 apples and a... Oh, for goodness sake. I won $500 on my bet yesterday, so I bought, I just bought a pile of food from Roy Rogers for everyone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, I handed over $80. Then I handed over $40 in the morning, 40 or $60 for...
I think it was 60.
$60 for all the food that they bought for me to fart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All the money is going into your farting food.
Yeah, so I can make good on this bet. I'm almost out of money. So that was $60. I gave them $80 for the lunch yesterday. Then Gorilla just came in and says, Boof, I need $16 more because we bought sodas and no one paid for them, so... Oh, we shelled out money. I go, who told you to drink? $80.
Food.
How many people ate?
I saw Jackie, Fred, Gary, John.
Yeah.
Bunch of the interns.
So I'm already out $200 on my winnings. And I still haven't blasted away in that Baba Booey's face.
You still haven't bought me lunch.
No, I haven't. Oh, it's terrible. Now I'll probably eat so much I'll stain my underpants and I'll have to buy new ones, which will cost me... You got to buy a 3-pack.
You'll be down to nothing in no time.
I'll be down to 0 winnings. And everyone else was walking around the station, all the salespeople and everything saying, hey, what's with Howard? He won $500. Why didn't he buy the whole station lunch? Evidently, it's expected that when you win a bet, you buy the whole station lunch, which would
what
clean out...
What did they have to do with the bet?
They had nothing to do with it.
I don't remember them buying me lunch when they won one of those pools.
Well, evidently, around here, when somebody wins the football pool, they buy lunch for the whole station. Supposedly. I've never received
I've
lunch.
never gotten anything.
Me neither. But they buy lunch for everyone, and then it's expected around here, and then you lose all your winnings. Mm. So even if you win, you lose.
Maybe that's why they don't let us win.
Right. Because if I won the pool, I wouldn't buy everyone lunch.
No, I've won it once, and I never bought a thing.
I love how much we're out of the loop of the station. We don't even know what goes on around here.
I think it's wonderful. I've been here, 10 years, 9 years, and I don't know all the staff yet. It's really wonderful. I meet a new person every day.
I hung a picture of myself, my Leroy Neiman poster that we're selling on 1-800-52-STERN with the videotape. Mm-hmm. I hung it behind Robin. Did you notice they have to take it down each day?
No.
Yeah, because...
It's there now. I didn't know that they took it down.
They have to take it down because the other disc jockeys might get upset or something. Oh, that's what I was told.
Why would they get upset by that?
I don't know. Because they don't have pictures of themselves hanging. And I said, you know what? You just explain to them that I'm the #1 disc jockey here.
I can't even imagine being bothered.
I don't know.
I wouldn't even notice it. They work in there. They don't work in here.
Because I want to rearrange the whole studio for the TV show. I want to take these... You see these blinds down? Mm-hmm. We have a window with blinds. I want to hang, show stuff, like our little wall of plugs and stuff. We put up all our own junk.
Yeah.
Jackie can have a section, you have a section, Fred's appearing somewhere. And just show stuff.
Board.
A little bulletin board for the audience to see.
You could solve the problem with Robin. You could put an actual curtain over this. And that way, you could have the curtain closed for the other job.
Open the curtain
and each day, you could open the curtain to unveil Robin.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good.
Have a little button with a curtain.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
I can see them closing it on me. No, you won't have.
Hey, what a great idea. You know why?
We can see her hair. What's her hair?
We get a button with a curtain across it. Let's put a curtain across there. And then every day I go, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're looking forward to seeing Robin's outfit for the day. And then you're standing there like Janice Pennington or something.
That's too much pressure.
That'd be great. And then you stand up and you're revealed.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but then when you get upset with me, you'll just close the curtain. I don't want that.
I hadn't thought of that.
I did.
I like that. That's a good visual. All right, here's what I want. Screw the other disc jockeys. I want a curtain in front of the glass so I can reveal Robin every day and reveal her presence to the audience.
Oh, boy.
And then I want I want all this window stuff taken down, and I will hang various show elements. I want to do a whole radio show one day and just show people every piece of junk we have here in our office. All the funny pictures, like our picture of Larry Amoros and all that stuff.
That should be the opening.
That should be the opening of the show.
Who is this man?
Oh, here.
Let's open every show with a picture of Larry Amoros.
Like the MGM line.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, Gary.
Our trademark.
Bring me the picture of Larry Amoros.
Oh, man.
All right, great. All right, wait. Every day. All right, just so you know who this is.
Why does he have a... I guess he was a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, oh yeah. He
good
worked,
one.
yeah, he worked for many years.
Made me laugh.
Yeah, I have gotten a few laughs out of him myself.
So, Larry Amoros is this comic who got employed by the Arsenio Hall show. I think most people know this story already, but I'll just make it brief. He, on his own, he set up a couple of ads in the newspaper, in the industry newspaper, asking for auditions because he said Arsenio was doing a bit about...
The butt master.
The butt master. Instead of thigh master, butt master. So he would need to measure guys' buttocks. And he got a bunch of guys. He got a bunch of guys.
He is a funny guy.
He is a funny guy. That's why he's our hero, and he will open every show.
No, Howard, remember we had one of our listeners call up and said that when he went to go to the Buttmaster audition, that he had to pull his pants down, and Larry took Polaroids of his butt.
Yeah. Wow. So anyway, now this is all alleged, of course.
That's right.
Yeah, but Larry came up with this thing where a lot of guys came down for the Buttmaster interview.
Right.
And Larry needed to measure their buttocks. Now, most guys would have said, wait a second, I've watched the Arsenio Hall show. I've never seen a buttocks bit yet.
Right, you'd look at Buttmaster and say, wait a minute, I got to take my pants down? That's not going to go on television.
I've never seen, why am I nude? And then it got to the point where Larry was measuring guys' penises, right?
What would you give for a picture of the room of all those guys sitting there trying to make the decision of, do I go for this?
So anyway, I think we open up every show with Larry's picture. That we keep this hanging in our office.
Keep an inspiration.
There he is. And there he is roaring like a lion. Hey, wait a second, I got an idea. Let me cut out his lips, and then I could have Larry say something different every day.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm Larry Amoros.
I can make that happen for you really quick if you want.
Here, you got a scissor?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Just photocopy it and do it quick.
You going to destroy that photograph?
Yeah, that's my favorite. Out of all, people say to me, what's the favorite thing you have hanging in your office? It's my picture of Larry Amoros. And I never met Larry. I don't know him.
No. We only read about him.
Never measured my buttocks.
You met him at the Comedy Riot.
Did I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
How many years ago was that?
4.
I guess I must have shook his hand or something, right?
I don't know how to tell you this, but I think your daughter was with you. I think she met him, too.
Did she?
I wasn't there.
Well, he never did anything to little girls.
It's when you did your stand-up routine. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it was during the Gulf crisis.
Right, yeah. Henny Youngman was there that night. Yeah, I remember. There was a bunch of comics there, I guess, but I don't really recall meeting him. There was nothing special going on between us.
He wasn't in charge.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have.
Well, how did he move from Buttmaster to that next bit? Remember, to the measuring guys' penises? I'm
trying to think, because it was 2 separate bits. He had come up with another scheme. There was some kind of movie. There was not only the Larry Amoros Arsenio Hall Buttmaster sketch. Right. There was some movie he was also casting for, and I forget the plot of the movie. But it involved measuring genitals.
Yeah, everything Larry writes involves measuring buttocks and genitals. So anyway...
and taking pictures of them.
So now Paramount and everything is being sued because they had the misfortune of having this happen on their lot. I personally disagree with that. I don't think Paramount should be sued.
How could they control that?
Of course.
You have to screen their employees a little better.
Yeah. So,
he wasn't going to admit to that.
All right, Fred, you play the roar sound effect, and I'll move Larry's lips.
I can't see.
You're going to blow that out a little.
Yeah, it needs to be bigger.
It needs to be bigger?
Yeah.
Be back in a minute.
All right, get to work on that. If that didn't work,
we can't see your mouth.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll take a break and then I'll do that.
You'll be ready.
I'll roar like Larry Amoros. And then when we come back, I want to talk about my Letterman appearance. We have a couple of phony phone calls coming through.
Have you gotten the pre-interview call, or have they done away with that?
You'll like what I have planned for today. You'll just like it. They have been calling me for a pre-interview for the last 3 days, the Letterman show.
Oh, have they?
And I've successfully ducked it. I told them the only time I could do a pre-interview was about 8 in the morning or so.
Oh, no. Are they calling in here today?
I don't know. I'm going to try and work something out. Let me handle it. Yeah, I've been avoiding. I hate to do. Letterman show insists on a pre-interview.
And how would you want to know what you're going to talk about 3 days before you do it?
I don't even know what I want to talk about now. I just don't know.
But it seems awfully odd that you tell them something 3 days before you actually go on the show. You wouldn't want to talk about that anymore.
I can call the guy now and tell him I don't have anything to talk about. See what he says. Maybe he could come up with some stuff.
Fresh out. What do you have in mind?
Yeah. I really don't have anything to talk about. Maybe I should tell him make up a bunch of things that I want to talk about, like,
outrageous things?
I want to kill my wife like OJ.
I got this great idea. I want to come out.
Yeah, and cut Dave's throat.
With a gun to my neck.
Right. Well, they might like that.
I don't think so.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Oh, good. A couple of things I got to replay. First of all, I never get tired of hearing this. I've only heard it once, but someone put this on their answering machine, so I heard it. This is Peter Jennings. I loved it. Don't you want to hear this again?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple of things from the week that I need to play again. Peter Jennings getting a call from one of our listeners. And one of our listeners did that whole black voice that I do. Hello, Dad, Mr. Jennings. He called up and he just started screaming that he was O.J. Simpson's next-door neighbor. Like a guy who speaks like that would be the next-door neighbor. But anyway...
But Jennings fell for it all.
Jennings fell for it, and then he slipped in a Baba Booey at the end. And then Al Michaels had to come on and explain to Peter Jennings that he just had a phony phone call.
Do you think Al Michaels was fooled up until the Baba Booey?
I don't know. We have to get in touch with Al Michaels when things, when the heat dies down.
Yes.
I'm sure Al Michaels can't talk to us right now.
He's running from us right now.
Yeah. But Al Michaels is a big fan of the show, so he explained that Baba Booey
was a code word.
Code word.
And it just seems perfectly clear that Cowling wants everybody to be calm. Everybody to be quiet for a moment. We have on the phone with us as well Robert Higgins, who lives in the neighborhood and is on the ground and can see inside the van. Mr. Higgins.
Yes, how are you?
Just about as tense as you are, sir.
Oh, my Lord, this is quite tensive.
What can you see?
Oh, what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at the van and I see O.J. kind of slouching down, looking very, very upset. Now, looky here, he looks very upset. I don't know what he's going to be doing.
Can you see him doing anything specific? Is he merely sitting there?
He is just sitting around, just looking like he'd be very nervous.
Can you hear anything, Mr. Higgins?
It's just too much commotion. I'd be in the back of a news van, so I can't really hear that good, but I can see it all. And I see O.J., man, and he looks scared. And I would be scared because there's cops all deep in this.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins.
And Baba Booey to y'all.
To y'all.
The driveway of O.J. Simpson's home in Brentwood. Clearly an effort being...
Peter Jennings doesn't miss a beat.
He has no clue.
Yeah, like a puppet. Like a puppet head. Now, looky here, Mr. Denon. O.J. look real scared.
I see O.J.
I see O.J.
And he be looking very scared.
Yeah, now, hold on a minute here. Holy mackerel.
Peter Jennings is thinking about how many millions of people are listening to his exclusive phone.
Yeah. All excited. I mean, if Peter Jennings...
I'm sitting there thinking of the guts and the gall of the guy on the phone, because I would have been so nervous I might not have been able to go with that accent.
Well, the guy said he was watching the Knicks game. He got all ticked off at NBC. He wanted to call NBC. Couldn't get through there. He wanted to yell at them. So he tunes over to ABC, sees Peter Jennings. He calls up over there and starts yelling at the producer that he's, OJ's, he just starts yelling. He's got an eyewitness. Anyway, here comes Al Michaels. He goes, I'm a producer, damn it, and you better put me through to Peter Jennings immediately.
What are you people running over there?
I've got an exclusive here.
But it's just the idea that, now he's on live with Peter Jennings, and he goes through with it. I think that's incredible.
It makes you less nervous when you do a voice.
You think so?
Yeah, when you do that black voice, you get the rage of a black man.
Oh, I see.
You do. I know when I talk like this, I'm not
anger
nervous.
overcomes everything.
That's right. I might do this on the Letterman show tonight. Hello there, Dave.
Oh,
how am you? My, you looking frightened. OJ look real scared. Here comes Al Michaels to inform Peter Jennings.
Have him come out of the vehicle, in the doorway of the house, his friend, Al Cowling.
Peter, by the way, just for the record, this is Al Michaels. That was a totally farcical call. Lest anybody think that was somebody who was truly across the street. That was not. He said something in code at the end that's indicative of the mentioning of the name of a certain radio talk show host.
Okay, thanks, Al.
So he was not there.
All right, we have them on every coast. Thank you very much.
What do we have on every coast?
Not the first time nor the last time will have been had, but...
I don't know.
Brain dead people like Peter?
It's so funny, though, that Al doesn't even think to wait for Peter to end the sentence.
No.
He knows Peter's saying nothing anyway. I get interrupted at any time.
And Peter sounds a little annoyed that Al's interrupting him.
I was in a flow.
Yeah, I was creating.
There was a rhythm there.
I was creating. I'm sorry, I just have to hear it one more time to get it out of my system. Anybody with me on that?
It's great.
Yeah, I got to hear it. It never gets old.
You can get something new out of this every time you listen to it.
Yeah, I won't interrupt this time. I want to hear it uninterrupted.
Can't wait to hear what was going on now.
This idea of Peter Jennings talking so slowly, and what must he be listening to when this guy is on going ho-de-do, ho-de-do?
Is that what he's saying, ho-de-do?
No, he doesn't.
But what is he saying? There's one sentence I can't figure out.
Now, looky here.
No, not that.
There's one expression he said that...
All right, I'll stop it only at that expression.
Yeah, because there is one there.
He be slouching down?
No. There's something that's...
It's something unintelligible. It's funny, but it's unintelligible. Al Michaels, you could tell, is thinking, hey, maybe I'll mention Howard's name here, but then he pulls back.
Yeah, he's considering his words very carefully.
He wants to score points, but he doesn't want to burn you.
Yeah, right. No, I think he wants to not burn himself because he's thinking, hey, they know I go on the Howard Stern show and stuff. If I start mentioning Howard's name, they'll think like sort of I'm promoting this.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say, how do you know, or how do you know who it is?
Right.
Okay, no.
It's just not worth it.
Al made the phone call.
People think I made the phone call. They think that I'm making up that it was another guy.
Right.
Because everyone says it's Howard's voice. I was reading this on Prodigy the other night. They were arguing with each other. They swear that I made that phone call.
Is that right?
All right, so I got caught. Hello there, Mr. Jennings. How am you?
That isn't even the guy's...
I know.
You're right, Fred.
And it just seems perfectly clear that Cowling wants everybody to be calm. Can I ask everybody to be quiet for a moment? We have on the phone with us as well Robert Higgins, who lives in the neighborhood and is on the ground and can see inside the van. Mr. Higgins.
Yes, how are you?
Just about as tense as you are, sir.
Oh, my Lord, this is quite tensive.
What can you see?
Oh, what I'm...
That was it. That's what I don't...
This is quite tensive, he said.
This is quite the tensest.
This is quite the tensest. That's what he says. Quite tensest.
It sounds tensive to me.
He messed up. He went, quite tensest. Like he's trying to make fun of the word tense. Quite tensest.
I think he says tensive.
Nah, tensive. This guy don't have that in his vocabulary. Yeah.
This is quite the tensest.
I like when Peter Jennings goes, I'm going to ask everyone to be quiet right now. And I'm like, dude, no one's talking but you.
Peter's in a world of his own.
Yeah. I think the voices in his head were talking.
Yeah, it's too loud inside there.
That's the echo from the earpiece where they tell him what to say.
Well, did you hear his head whistling?
Yeah, his head was whistling. Was that is?
Yeah, you hear that? That's his head.
Well, this is quite tensive.
What can you see?
Oh, what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at the van, and I see OJ kind of slouching down, looking very, very upset. Now, looky here. He look very upset. I don't know what he gonna be doing.
Can you see him doing anything specific? Is he merely sitting there?
He is just sitting around, just looking like he'd be very nervous.
Can you hear anything, Mr. Higgins?
He's just too too much commotion. I be in the back of a news van, so I can't really hear that good, but I can see it all. And I see OJ. I see OJ, man, and he looks scared. And I would be scared because there's cops all deep in this.
Now that's what I don't
Thank you,
understand.
Mr. Higgins.
There's cops all what?
What did he say?
He got tripped up.
Cops all victimless?
All deep in this, I think.
Oh.
I think that's what he
Peter Jennings realized, I think he cuts this guy off because he just says, this guy is not saying a thing that I can't tell you.
Peter Jennings says this guy sees nothing more.
Right.
I'll go on.
Right.
But he's totally with the program.
Yeah.
This guy's there.
Oh, absolutely. And I like the part where the guy's just like, he looked real scared, and my lordy Lou, I would be scared as well.
He be looking around, looking very nervous.
And I think he has to make the point. He makes it twice. He goes, he looked real scared. Yes, he looked real scared.
But I like the part where he goes, and I see OJ.
And I see OJ slouching down, looking very nervous.
Scared. And I would be scared because there's cops all deep in this.
Oh, deep in this.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins.
And Baba Booey to y'all.
Thank you.
The driveway of O.J. Simpson's home in Brentwood. Clearly an effort being made to have him come out of the vehicle. In the doorway of the house, his friend, Al Cowling.
Peter, by the way, just for the record, this is Al Michaels. That was a totally farcical call.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you,
Lest anybody think that was somebody who was truly across the street. That was not. He said something in code at the end that's indicative of the mentioning of the name of a certain radio talk show host.
Okay, thanks, Al.
So he was not there.
All right, we have them on every coast. Thank you very much. Not the first time nor the last time will have been had, but...
Not too annoyed.
Thanks for making me look like a dude.
That's great. What?
You want to talk to the guy who called to
What?
decipher those?
What?
You want to talk to the guy who called to decipher that?
No, that's cool. We've already gone through it with him. I've already done that. I got to take a short break. When we come back,
You'll be very tensive.
I think I'm going to have some gas for Gary.
This is quite the tensest.
I'm working up.
Yeah, I got some gas.
I'm working up something.
Gary's quite the tensest.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my Lord, he be sitting in the office looking very, very
You know, I never normally go to the bathroom before I come to work. You know, in terms of number 2. This morning, for some strange reason, I did, which I'm going to be extra smelly today because I didn't shower afterward. So, hold your nose, boy, Gary. Today could be your...
He's going to hold his breath for the whole 60 minutes.
Today could be... I don't care. It'll be all over his face.
My dad called me last night.
What did he say?
He said, what are you doing? So I said, what do you mean? He goes, you know, the two of you are stupid. He's stupid for thinking it up, and you're stupid for doing it. And then I said, you know...
Yeah, bet's a bet.
I said, you know, we're just kidding around, you know, for the air. And he goes, you walked right into his trap.
Yep. Thinking I'm different on the air than I am off. Hey, listen, it could have been me getting trapped.
Sure, and then your father would have thought you were very smart.
Yeah, would have said
no,
you were
he would
really
have
bright.
still thought we were stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is just a silly prank, these guys. I mean, I'm sure your father even engaged in some of these kinds of hijinks.
He must have forgotten. It might have been a while
I'm sure your dad has passed wind in some guy's face.
Yeah, mine. When I was a kid, all the time.
Did your father say anything else?
No, my father hasn't said anything. I'm sure my mother's going crazy from
He
it.
refuses to comment on things.
Because she doesn't even like what I call Gary Monkey.
Well, wasn't it your father, though, who objected to that?
I'm sure he objects to this, but they know not to talk to me about the radio show.
Huh, maybe you want to call him and get him on the phone for the event.
I just tell him, I don't really think you guys understand what fun is. But I went to the bathroom this morning. This is the first time, like, in years I've gone to the bathroom, like, before I got dressed.
Right.
And I remember, you know, only 3 wipes. So I wasn't that conscientious.
That's okay.
Back there.
Oh, dear.
People have been treating me like I don't know, like somebody in my family, you know, committed mass murder. They sort of walk by and they go, hey, Gary, how you doing? They put their heads down. Nobody wants to talk about it.
No, you got to accept your gas, boy.
It's very funny because they may be having that reaction with him, but everybody who talked to me yesterday said, oh, Howard didn't have any gas today. They can't wait for this to happen.
No, the gas is going to happen today for sure because I'm eating apples and rice cakes and I'm about to start on the bagel with tuna fish.
All right.
Remember, Gary, here's a good song for you to remember. It's written by Mr. Kenny Rogers.
On a warm summer's morning, on a show bound for glory, Howard and Gary made a little bet, and now the Knicks are losers. Howard's working up a doozer. Poor Baba Booey's gotta face his ass. You got to know when to hold it. Yeah, I know when to let go of it. I know when to fart away. Right in Gary's face, and it might get messy. Depending on what he's eating, it might be time for puking. When the farting's done, you got to know when to hold it. When to hold it. Know when to let go of it. Let go of it. Know when to fart away. Right in Gary's face, and it might get messy. Especially if he's had broccoli. The smell will never leave your mustache when the farting's done.
Yes. Mr. Kenny Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. Check it in.
All I can think of is there was another version of that song written.
Yeah, but it didn't come true, did it?
No, it didn't.
I knew that. You know what? Everyone's coming down on Pat Riley, the coach of the Knicks, for keeping John Starks in the game too long, which is ridiculous. I can understand why he kept the guy in the game.
Why?
Because Starks has been known to get the hot hand all of a sudden.
But you know what, Howard? When there was 4 minutes left in the game,
yeah, well, it's easy to say that now. And what if Starks had come alive and hit like three-pointers in a row?
It was obvious it wasn't going to happen.
Starks got cold at the end of Game 6.
Well,
he hasn't warmed up yet.
This is a guy who all year had come through for them in terms of a long shot.
But if you're within striking distance and you got a guy on the bench who can perform.
Yeah, Davis. Everyone's a Monday morning quarterback.
I was doing it I was doing it that night. I'm like, get Starks out of it. It was painful to watch the guy. He's a great player.
Yeah.
It was one of those nights.
And last 3 minutes, he could have come to life and been the hero of the game.
But it
He's been done before.
It wasn't going to happen.
Suddenly
it was obvious it wasn't going to happen.
He went with the percentages. The guy usually comes through for him. Oh, please.
Howard, the last 3 shots were
Oh, yeah, you know so much. Meanwhile, you can't win a bet.
When a guy throws an air ball, forget him out of the game. The guy was throwing air balls.
He's arguing with me. He threw 2 air balls at the end of Game 6.
Yeah, so what? The guy all year was consistently...
But he was great in Game 6.
The guy all year was consistently inconsistent. In other words, he would come through at the last minute sometimes. He would get the hot hand.
He would get it.
Right. Yeah, so Pat Riley said, you know what? I think this guy's going to step up to the plate and be a winner.
When the pressure's on, he'll deliver.
He took a gamble on it. You got to know when to go it. When to go. I'm going to pass win today. I feel it bubbling. I've already even passed a little one.
Really?
That means more are coming.
I hope so.
I'm on a roll.
Yes, it's the floodgate thing.
Yeah. But Mr. Sports over there knew John Starks should have been taken out of the game.
If John Starks was taken out of the game, you'd be sitting here listening to my songs.
That's not necessarily true.
All I know is I'm not going to get my face blasted away in. Only you are.
Sore winner, sore winner.
Just delivering on the best.
Yeehaw! All right, let me take a break. I'll work on my gas. I'm going to prepare my bagel and tuna fish, Robin. You know that always gets me going.
That's it.
Because you got to know when to eat your bagel and tuna fish. You got to eat bagel and tuna fish to get old Gary in the face. And I know Gary. You're not the coach of the Knicks, even though you claim you knew about John Starks. You're not the coach, you're the target. Your face is a target for my lethal wind. Come on, everybody. Okay, very good. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
That's right, Robin. We're back. Hi, I'm Larry Amoros with the Howard Stern Show.
Now that works.
That works now?
Yes.
Okay. For TV, well, our TV show's going very well. You ought to watch us on E. We're on at 8 and 11 o'clock, but now we decided Larry Amoros, the guy who got Paramount in trouble for doing a Buttmaster sketch, and he will be our... we'll open up our show like the MGM Lion. All right, I'll keep this hanging here so in case we need him to introduce segments of the show.
Yeah,
hey, by the way,
like in the studio announcer.
Yeah, right. And we're back with the Howard Stern Show. Hi, I'm your announcer, Larry Amoros. Jackie Platinum, Joke Page, Martling tonight. Big show on the Comedy Loft. Nanuet, New York is the place, Robin. Next Thursday, June 30th at Chuckles Comedy Club in Mineola on Long Island. And to order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD, only $10 plus free shipping and handling. Call 1-800-323-5464. All right. Okay. There's a couple of interesting things that I just want to wrap up. Robin did this story in the news the other day, but I think it's worth repeating. There's a little boy. Was this in the South?
No, it was in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Okay. That's the South, isn't it, Robin?
No, Ohio is in the Midwest, Howard.
Can we hang a map behind you?
That's next.
So we know where we're reaching? There was a little boy in Ohio who... 3 years old,
yes,
who was in a library, and he was trying to get the librarian's attention, and he said, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Like a nice little boy should.
And the librarian would not pay attention to him, so the kid got all frustrated and stood there and screamed out, Howard Stern. This is a true story.
Yes.
The librarian whipped around, paid attention to him.
She looked up in horror, they said.
And the grandfather was interviewed later, and they said, well, what's going on there? What was with your son? Oh, your grandson. And he said, he knew that Howard Stern was a bad name.
Well, what he said was he doesn't really know anything about Howard Stern. He just knows that it's bad.
Yeah, so by yelling that out, he knew he could get some attention. He used a curse word.
Yes, you have become a curse in this country.
So I want to thank the Akron, Ohio newspaper for that story. It's very exciting.
The Beacon Journal.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here is something I've been waiting to read. It is a review of our new television show. I could read that to you right now, Robin. Or...
I knew an or was coming. I was waiting.
Or...
Or
I could take some phone calls. Or... I could discuss the David Letterman show with you.
Well, I thought that's where you were going next. We had brought that up.
No, we brought up me eating a bagel with tuna so I'd have enough gas to blast into Gary's face, which everyone is waiting for.
Yes, but before that, we were talking about your pre-interview, or what you were going to do on the David Letterman show.
All right, let me take a bite of this bagel with tuna because I'll be swallowing a lot of air.
You're just not eating fast enough.
Oh, yes, I am. The tuna juice is dripping down my hair. That's so attractive. It's good. It mats it down.
That's how you get that nice shine.
Yeah. That's like people have been writing in from the E! show saying, how do you get that nice shine on your hair? It's tuna juice.
Oh. Sure, people won't want to be around you, but your hair will look wonderful.
And then the tuna juice mixes in with my hairs and gets all over the makeup, and then I wipe off all the makeup. It's very nice. Very nice. Anyway, I'm doing the Letterman show tonight, and I have a strange melancholy about it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't seem to be getting excited.
Melancholy or malaise?
I believe half malaise, half melancholy, Robin.
Exactly what you're saying. Are you sad about it?
No, not sad about it.
That's melancholy.
Oh, it is? What's malaise?
It's like you're bored.
What about ambivalence?
Ambivalence is you're wishy-washy, iffy on the subject.
What about
whether you want to do it or not?
What about apathetic?
Apathetic means you don't care.
Yeah, apathetic.
Okay. It's not melancholy.
And I even found this with the last time I went on the Leno show. I was kind of like, I was pathetic.
No, apathetic.
Thank you, Rob. So anyway, I'll be doing that show tonight.
Isn't melancholy a long word for sad?
Yeah. When you can say it so simply with sad. I be sad. I be melancholy. So, we could reduce the English language by just using one word for each appropriate feeling.
That's true.
My melons look like a collie. So anyway, I'm doing the Letterman show tonight. And I'm feeling awfully laissez-faire. Joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
No, I feel soup de jour is more like it. I don't know what I'm feeling, but...
Hors d'oeuvre.
But it's like real weird, too. Like, you know, like with the Leno show, I know I could go on there and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But with Letterman, it's always this sort of like what Dave approves of, what Dave does. You never know what it's going to be.
You got to pass Dave's test.
Yeah, it's like a really weird relationship at this point because, like, I know I once went on and took my shoes off and combed Dave's hair with my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And that was great. Everyone loved it.
Yes.
But at the same point with Letterman, it could be like, oh, never have him on again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's horrible. It's just really weird.
You never know how things are going to play.
Yeah, and there's all this judging going on. And anybody who makes their living being funny wants to be perceived by the host as being funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess after worrying about it for so long and wanting to be so good on it, I don't care anymore. Or something. I don't know.
Do you enjoy the Letterman show or the Leno show more?
I think I might enjoy doing the Leno show more. I'll test it out tonight and see. And Letterman, I don't know, gets into this weird thing once in a while where it's like he's looking down on me or something. You know,
I think he has that superior attitude about everything and everybody at this point.
Yeah. There are certain people like Bill Murray who gets on there now and isn't even funny, and he kisses his ass, but he won't kiss my ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he kisses Eddie Murphy's ass, he kisses Bill Murray's ass.
Yeah. I don't know, and then you go on there and you try to say something funny, so of course it's going to be peculiar and odd, and then Dave starts giving you a weird look for saying it, and I'm
like, what's wrong with
I just want to smack him in the head and go, douche, I'm trying to be funny, okay? I might wear my Larry Amoros mask. I'm thinking of that.
Measurement ass.
Measure Dave's ass.
Yeah, try out Dave for the Buckmasters.
Sometimes you feel like Dave's court jester, and then there's also this weird vibe. They've been after me for 3 days for this pre-interview.
Who is after you? Who is doing you this time?
Well, I don't know. I got the guy's name. His name is, I got it in my computer. I put everything in the computer. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the IBM laptop if you're watching on TV. Say, Robin. Let's see.
That's your right hand?
That's my right hand. I don't want to say where my left hand is right now. This guy's name is Daniel.
Do you know him?
No, I don't think I know him.
That doesn't sound familiar.
I got his number. We could call him. Let him pre-interview me on the air.
Why not?
Okay.
There are a lot of markets that have never had this opportunity to see you do this before.
Yeah,
Orlando among them.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hate the pre-interview because they ask you, what do you want to talk to Dave? And all of them that pre-interview you have no sense of humor. So I go, well, I want to talk about O.J. Simpson. I want to come out with a gun to my throat. And the guy will go, And what else you want to do? Just like that. Yeah, you're just here. And it's like, is that good? Like Campbell's soup? Or like a jet plane taking a dive? And they never laugh at anything.
It's a real funny process to go through.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, but funny.
Yeah, and it's like, I was thinking of talking about anal sex. I don't think Dave would be comfortable with that.
I don't know about that.
You mean Dave wouldn't be comfortable talking about it or doing it? What wouldn't Dave be comfortable?
What's Dave going to do while you're doing that?
Well, he could pull his pants down and play with himself. How's that? That'd be fun. So I'm supposed to think what Dave... And then there's this whole thing about, like, what will Dave do if you do that? And it's like, well, dude, I mean, I got to write Dave's reactions?
Well, I would like Dave to laugh.
Yeah. Well, evidently, the way Johnny Carson always did it, everything was pre-planned, although it didn't seem like it. So I guess
everything was set up.
So Letterman feels like everything has to be set up. They do a lot of stuff. Like, this is a really weird thing. My agent... So I want to do the pre-interview. It wasn't that I wouldn't do it, I just was unavailable. They couldn't find me. And yesterday I was real busy. I had a meeting late in the afternoon and a whole thing.
You disappeared right after the show yesterday. I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Well, one day I'll tell you what I did.
Goodbye.
Anyway, so I've been avoiding the pre-interview. With that, Morty, the producer of the Letterman show, calls my agent and says, hey, what's the deal? We're trying to get in touch with Howard. And then Don said, we'll get in touch with him. Don't worry. We'll find him somewhere. And then we asked for some tickets. I guess my agent needed 4 tickets for some people in the audience. And Morty started, no, we cannot give tickets. We do not give tickets to the show. Because Dave feels, this is one of those Dave feels things.
Yes.
Dave feels that the audience would be filled with not real fans, but industry. And you're like, hey, Morty, why don't you relax? I'm sure if Morty wanted to nail a mute, she'd be sitting on Dave's lap.
Up front.
They give out tickets to friends. If Julia Roberts calls and says, I'll do the show, but you got to...
I have a few people I want in the audience.
You guaranteed she gets them. I know what's going on. Guaranteed Letterman gives out tickets to guests.
Sure, there's no such thing as no.
But
show business.
I am
no
still,
ticket.
When I agreed to do the Leno show, they get half the audience. I got tickets for. With Letterman, I wanted to get tickets for Charlie Hammond over at the Garden City Hotel, who's been pretty good to me. I called up, can I have 2 tickets for Charlie in November? Not even for the night that I'm on. Oh, no industry. I go, industry? Charlie Hammond's not in the industry. He's in the hotel industry. Food and beverage. Yeah, he's in the food and beverage. How much industry means people who, like, work at CBS or in the business.
Yeah. Exposed every day to entertainment.
Yeah. Talking about Charlie. You know Charlie, Robin?
I do.
I don't know. Everyone knows Charlie. And then I had to go face Charlie the day I had my writing meeting for my movie over at the Garden City Hotel, and I was like trying to explain why I couldn't get 2 tickets to the Letterman show.
Oh, you couldn't get him tickets?
Yeah, and I feel like a real jerk. The guy's been real nice to me. I can't get Letterman tickets? People don't believe me. I don't know, man. It's real weird. Real weird.
You don't have any friends who might not be in the industry, huh?
Yeah. All I know is the room service waiter spit on me. I think Charlie gave him the word. I don't think he believed me.
That's it for you and your free room.
Yeah. Want to call this guy and do the pre-interview?
Yeah, I want to see what this is all about.
Meanwhile, I got to keep eating my bagel and tuna fish.
You know what you should tell him? You should tell him, I'm really getting a little perturbed because on the Tonight Show, I don't have to do pre-interview.
Or why don't I just give him a bunch of phony stuff?
Well, try that first. I want to see what happens.
I'm going to tell him I don't do pre-interview.
Yeah. I feel insulted. I've done the show 20 times. Don't you know now that I can deliver?
Can't you trust? No, we've already said that to them, and you know what they said?
What?
You know it works better if you do a pre-interview.
Well, I did have a long discussion with somebody who used to work on the show once, and they were trying to get me to tell you that it works so much better when Letterman is prepared.
Yeah, but it really doesn't.
Howard could be a much more regular.
Yeah, I don't want to be a regular.
He would give Letterman the opportunity to prepare. It's so much better when Dave is prepared.
Yeah, well, tell him I'm not prepared. I don't know what I want to talk about. I'm not like a stand-up comic.
It worked so well the last time because Dave knew what was going to happen.
What's this guy's name? Daniel. Hi, is Daniel there?
One sec.
Who?
She said, yeah, 1 sec.
Yeah. I can't hear nothing. Well, I got him off the air. I can't hear. I got him on the Q speaker.
Well, I'm
How come
not
you can
even
hear?
in there.
Oh, I don't know. Daniel, it's Howard Stern. Come on the air with me.
Oh, Howard.
Come on the air with me.
Dave would like it.
Dave wants you to.
Perfect temperature.
All right, what's going on?
Wait a second. Here, let me bring you up. Hey, man.
What's going on?
What, were you sleeping?
Yep.
So you guys got the life over there at Letterman. Hey, Daniel, do I know you?
Yeah. I did your segment last time.
Oh, okay.
I know. I was just kidding. I know. Of course I know you.
Oh, God.
Hey, by the way, you'll be happy to know it's exactly 55 degrees in here, the way Dave likes it.
Perfect.
Nice and cool.
There's a whole big Letterman thing. I know you've been looking for me for I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
You've been looking for me for a pre-interview for the last 2 days.
Right?
I've been avoiding you.
Yeah. Why?
Because I don't like it, because I really don't have anything to tell you.
What's wrong with you? You do them all the time. I don't understand what the problem was this time.
But I never follow it anyway, and I don't even... Listen, on the Tonight Show, my last 3 appearances, I didn't do a pre-interview, and I killed.
Yeah, but that's different, and,
You're over-prepared, is what I'm saying. There's some spontaneity that needs to be left in the world. And you want to be honest? I don't have anything to say.
I know, Steve. So
you guys called me and asked me to come on.
Oh, do you have something for Howard to say?
Sure.
All right, well, tell me what I'm going to say.
No, let's go. We'll go through it after you're done with the show.
No, go through it now.
I don't want to do a pre-interview on the air.
Why? What are you afraid of?
I just woke up.
You'll never find me, I'm telling you.
I just woke up.
So what?
You'll have something later on that he should say.
What are you wearing?
What wearing?
What are you sleeping, Dan?
What are you sleeping?
Come on.
Please. Don't tease me. You know how gorgeous you are.
Love it when you're groggy like it.
Your voice is killing me. Who's that, your woman who answered the phone?
Yeah, that's my wife.
No kidding.
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks
I wanted you.
I know, Howard. It should have been.
Tonight I'm going to admit on the show I'm gay.
Oh, that'll be great.
And black.
That'll be perfect.
How's that?
Perfect.
All right, let's see. What could I talk about? All right.
Let's
You know what?
let's do it right after
I'm not
the
going to
show.
be available. I have to rest before my appearance.
Oh, please.
He's got a very busy schedule. Do you know what he's involved in at this
I
point?
know.
What am I involved in? Let's see if you know.
You're going to be the governor of New York.
Go ahead.
You're in a movie.
I'm in a movie. I'm in a movie of my book. They bought the rights to my book to make it into a movie.
You're also producing a movie?
I can't believe that.
Did you read about how I started? You know, I haven't even talked about this. I started my own production company.
I know.
And I started it. The first purchase I made was the Brother Sam book by the great Bill Kinnison, who wrote a beautiful book about his brother Sam Kinnison. And I will be producing that into a movie. I'm like Dick Clark now.
Right, that's to say nothing of the radio show.
Yeah,
and the
say
E!
nothing.
television
See, you
show.
got so much to talk about.
And the E!
Howard.
television
You
show.
got so much to talk about.
So what is there to discuss with you?
We'll go through it all. We'll go through it all.
Hey, I know what Dave will like. You know what Dave will like? We can discuss how both Dave and I are on E.
There you go. In fact, Dave is our lead-in.
That's right. Dave's my lead-in. I wish he could spruce up those ratings. Actually, Letterman hates that he's on E, which is so funny.
That's great.
He hates NBC, took all his old shows and just sold them off to E, which is something Dave hates.
There you go. Well, I don't know.
By the way, I also bought Elvis Presley's brother's book, and I'll be producing that.
The cookbook?
The cookbook.
Good.
No, actually, I started. There was a lot of articles in the paper about how I started this production company, and people want to know about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reason I started it was because I'm planning to get off radio in a year and a half, so I have to be doing something. So now I'm going to be a big producer. When I went out
you're quitting radio?
Well, yeah. When I went out to Hollywood, I met with all the guys like Arnold Kopelson, who made The Fugitive. I met with all these guys who were producers, and I met with all these big managers and agent types. And I realized none of them know anything. I mean, seriously, you sit in them. I said, I know as much as these guys.
Yeah.
I could read a script and get it produced. And if I attach my name to it, it'll be even a bigger project because I have the ability to go out and promote it. So my production company not only deals with television, it deals with film. And
you're producing everything.
Everything.
You might even do the stage if you get a mind to.
Let's say a guy comes to me, has a project, he can't get any hype on it, he wants me involved, wants my input. I take it into my production company, see? Simple.
It was very funny. Last night I was watching RoboCop, and what did I see at the end of RoboCop?
Right.
Reicher.
Yeah. I told you, those guys don't know anything. And I know as much as they do. Here's how to be a producer, all right? You ready? I don't know. What do you think? There it is.
You're a producer.
Now I'm a producer.
See how the segment writes itself.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's just talk. Let's touch base right after the show.
Hey, who else is on with me tonight?
John Mellencamp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's he doing on? Isn't he sort of a has-been?
You got to be kidding.
John Mellencamp?
He's doing great.
Isn't he doing Van Morrison rewrites?
Yes. I don't know. I got you today.
News.
Why don't you get OJ on?
Kate Nelligan.
Kate Nelligan?
Kate Nelligan?
Yeah. Who's that?
She's an actress.
Well, you guys are really dependent on me to bring up your ratings.
She had a little part in Wolf, and she was in Prince of Tides, but...
See? Robin knows.
Nobody's going to tune in for her.
Robin knows.
Is she a piece of ass?
No.
She's not?
No. You remember the guy, the one... You saw Prince of Tides. She played Nick Nolte's mother.
Right.
Oh. Oh, can't you get a sexy girl in there?
Mellencamp's sexy.
I'd rather
have to pull John Cougar onto your lap.
I guess they're not wasting anybody on my show. Well, Mellencamp's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is he going to do that?
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Is he going to do that Van Morrison song?
I don't know what he's doing.
I thought you're the producer.
I'm not doing his segment. I don't know.
Did you pre-interview him?
No. But they will do. Mary's going to pre-interview him.
Why, is he going to be interviewed?
He might talk, sure. Actually, I think Sheila's going to do it. The woman who books music will pre-interview him.
I'm not going to do a pre-interview with you later. I'm not. I'm against it. I just did it. I just told you everything I'm up to.
Is this like a school test? You have to have had a conversation with Howard, or you don't get a paycheck or something?
I swear to God, I have nothing to talk about. I'm going to get out there and just talk.
I just want to go over a few things with you right after the show. It'll take 5 minutes.
Here's the pre-interview.
Here's the pre-interview, Robin. You be Daniel, okay? Now watch what happens. There, you be Daniel. Ask me for the pre-interview.
All right, Howard, we got a pre-interview for the show. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Exactly.
Come on,
that's
Howard.
Why you got to do one.
You got to do something. Come on. Talk to me, please.
You know, Daniel, I'll tell you what. You just got married. Why don't you stay home and nail your new bride? You got some extra time today.
That's very
you don't have to come in.
Howard. Let's keep our mind on the show.
How old's your new wife?
She's 26 years old.
26?
That's right.
She have a model?
No, she's not a model.
Hey, how funny is it that Morty gets, like, models and stuff now? Ugly Morty. That's what I want to talk about on the show tonight, how Morty, the producer of Letterman, who couldn't...
And goes to all the best parties.
Who used to have sex with fat chicks. Now...
knock them through a window.
And now...
Actually, he didn't knock them. They used to knock him.
They used to knock him through the window. Well, he actually didn't have sex with that one, but I bet you used to get a lot of fat chicks.
I saw Morty at a party one night.
Yeah.
And I was with my wife.
Yeah.
And Morty was with this woman who was very, very attractive. Model. And then my wife pulled me over to the side. She goes, you know who that girl is? She's on the cover of the J. Crew catalog.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Boy, it's the ugly duckling story, if I ever heard it. Do you guys laugh at Morty behind his back?
No, Morty's got a winning personality.
Huh?
Yeah. How come it never was winning until Letterman made him his producer? And Morty doesn't do anything. Morty just is paid to hang around with Letterman. Letterman's comfortable with him.
Morty's very upset that he has to tell people who he is.
I know. That bothers him.
Yeah.
Even though I get on camera, I still have to tell people who I am. Yeah, you're Dave's troll.
Do you get to go out to his house in the Hamptons?
You ever been to Morty's house in the Hamptons?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't hang around with show people after the show.
Hanging out with the social crowd, not with the people that work with him.
You've never hit your wife like OJ hit his wife, did you?
What's that?
I said you've never hit your wife like OJ hit his wife.
No.
Hey, you got to check.
Did you ever pre-interview OJ?
No, I didn't. Actually, OJ's been on the show, but no, I wasn't around then.
Is your wife white? Oh, so you won't answer. Interesting.
Maybe you ought to talk to Letterman about OJ since he's interviewed him. So, Dave, did you notice anything? How about that, Daniel? Is that a good topic?
You like that topic?
OJ is a topic? I don't know.
You guys aren't even dealing with the OJ thing on the Letterman show.
That's right. I guess the
what do you think?
I suppose we don't think it's especially funny.
What do you think if I...
We don't think.
Oh, we.
How come
I don't think the show thinks... Yeah, I think Dave probably doesn't think it's...
Dave's upset by the OJ tragedy?
Dave thinks it's not funny.
How come there's no...
How does Daniel know?
His wife was killed.
Yes, so? You can't find humor in that?
About that?
You can't find humor in that?
No. What's funny about that?
What are you laughing for?
Boy, Dave's such a rebel.
The irony of it. Listen, I'm going to go back to
Let me ask you something. What if I drove out in a white Bronco with a gun to my head? What do you think of that?
I think...
Great?
Yeah.
You don't think that's funny?
Oh, I got the best idea.
This is why a pre-interview sucks.
Do the whole interview on the road in a white Bronco.
Now, let me just say something. This is why a pre-interview sucks. Daniel goes...
You get to run through your ideas.
Yeah, and every one of them you went, Dave doesn't find it.
No, I liked your idea about talking about the governor and the production companies.
We didn't say he wouldn't talk about that.
You want me to talk about my bet with Baba Booey?
What's your bet?
Well, I'll tell you on the air. I don't want to go through it now.
All right.
They had a bet on the game.
Yeah.
God, I can only imagine.
Just stay tuned.
See, this is too juvenile for Dave.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. What do I
don't think you think that's funny.
Want me to talk about the basketball game, Hakeem Olajuwon? That African guy? Did you watch the basketball game?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see that African? Would you ever bet money against an African as opposed to an American black?
It was a close game. I actually did. I almost bet against him.
Would you bet against a guy who grew up with a spear and a cannibal pot? A guy who had to hunt zebra for dinner every night? Or would you just, or an American black?
But just let me point out to you, Howard, that Patrick Ewing was not born in America.
Right. Where was he born?
He was born in one of those islands, either Jamaica or...
Jamaica.
Practically. This is close to America.
Meanwhile, that guy...
Still not America.
Hakeem Olajuwon, during the timeouts, he would do hexes on the other team. Old cannibal hexes.
He would throw the bones and see how things would go.
Big bone in his nose. Booga booga. Bone in his hair. Primitive paint. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you about.
So we'll go through stuff. I got my file work. We'll go through stuff.
Oh, you have a file?
You have a file?
Yeah, sure.
On what?
On Howard.
Ooh.
They put together a whole file for me.
Like an FBI man.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's in the file, Daniel?
It's all the articles about Howard.
What's the story on Dave?
I don't know.
She's still dating that girl? The one you're not allowed to talk about?
I have no idea.
Well, here's what I know, Daniel.
Yeah.
She lives in his Manhattan apartment.
Oh, God. I don't know anything about this.
Yes, you do.
I have no
Why
idea.
are you guys afraid of him? God. My guys walk around talking about everything.
That's right. You guys keep the mouth shut.
You would love to work with me. You could talk about me. What is Dave Pope? He's dating that girl who works at NBC.
Yes, and they don't see each other during the week because he stays out in Connecticut, and then they both drive to... they'll be driving to Connecticut after the show today, Howard.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's their routine, that after he gets off the show on Friday, she can come and get in his car.
She gets reactivated on Friday nights and deactivated.
Right.
And then on Monday, she's deactivated.
Get into the car and go home with Dave.
Let me ask you something, Daniel. You approve of that? You think a woman should be treated like that?
Did you treat your lovely wife like that?
I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
You know what's funny?
I have no idea about that.
It's so... You sound so...
I work with the guy.
You sound so uptight. You must laugh so hard at the Larry Sanders show.
Howard. I just woke up.
You are so uptight. When you watch the Larry Sanders show, do you go, that's my life?
No.
What is your ambition? You want to be what?
What's my ambition?
Yeah, like
I'm a segment producer on the Letterman show.
And then what do you want
to do from there?
What else? I don't know.
You're not allowed.
She wants to meet Dave. That's his ambition. Dave, I'd like to meet you.
One day I'm going to meet Dave.
Dave's like the Wizard of Oz. Everyone's so friggin' uptight with this Dave and Dave and Dave.
You're not allowed to voice any ambitions with that show.
Yeah, right. If you voice ambition,
then they'll fire you.
Unlike this show where I beg Gary to voice some ambition, so he'll leave.
You know, I was telling somebody, the first word out of everybody's mouth on that staff is
Yeah.
If you ask them anything, they go,
Yeah, watch this. Here, I'll show you. All right, Dan, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever seen Dave with his girlfriend?
Yeah.
What?
Sure. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah?
Sure.
When do you see him?
Oh, God.
Like you see them together in the halls?
You know,
I mean, is he hanging around the set?
What the point is of talking about it. It's his personal life.
Why? It's not his personal life if he's doing it in the halls. He's a public figure.
Yeah, unless he was doing her in the hall. I don't know. Is that what you saw?
Do you ever see him holding hands? See, you can't talk about Dave.
It's hysterical.
It's amazing. You can't talk about David Letterman if you work with him. You ever see him take a swat at her?
You can't even let people know that you looked at Dave.
Dave, I'm sorry.
I gotta wake up, man. I gotta wake up to this.
Dave, will I turn to stone if I look at you? Dave, I'm sorry. I accidentally saw you with your girlfriend. Damn it. It's a Tuesday. She's supposed to be out of my life during the week, and only on weekends do I know I'm going to get yelled at during the commercials. This is where Letterman will lean over and go, just shut up about my girlfriend.
What's like, you know what? I don't understand. You're about to go on the show today. You should talk about what you want to talk about.
Why is there a should? There are no rules to life.
Yeah, that's why that's why you think they keep wanting me back, because I'm dangerous.
You should what? What should he want?
I'm supposed to be like Richard Lewis and come up with some jokes, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't have any jokes. Dude, I don't have material. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys for the last 10 years.
Prepare for this.
I don't prepare because I don't prepare for anything.
All right.
I just am a guy who talks a lot.
Yeah.
He talks about what's on his mind. He doesn't know what would be on his mind tonight.
If I knew what was on my mind, I'd tell you.
All right. Well,
that's what I'm trying to...
I'm telling you, call me at 10 o'clock or
no, I'm not calling you.
Whenever your show's done.
You're not going to find me.
We'll set up the segment.
You'll help.
Do you dress like Dave? Oh, yeah, he does. I've met him.
Identical to him.
He does, though. They all wear khakis.
Yeah?
Denim shirts.
Do you wear baseball jerseys before the show tapes and then change?
Yeah.
Like
Have
Dave?
you started smoking a cigar?
Do you smoke cigars?
Of course.
What did you say?
So does Dave's girlfriend.
Yeah, she wears a jersey and smokes cigars. Does Dave's girlfriend wear a jersey and smoke
I don't know, Howard. I don't mean to be irritable. I'm just waking up.
I can't believe this. You used to be such a pleasant guy.
I know. I'm telling you, though, if you talk to me 10 o'clock, I'll be pleasant again.
Morning grouch, huh?
I know. I'm not.
Let me talk to your wife. I want to talk to somebody there.
No.
He'll do a pre-interview with your wife.
Yeah, let me talk to your wife. I'll do a pre-interview with her.
No.
She can give you the notes.
No, that's all right.
Where'd you meet her? At the Letterman show?
No. I met her from a friend of mine.
Yeah, and they all said, hey, he works on the Letterman show. You probably ended up with a really good-looking wife from that.
She's beautiful.
What's her measurements?
I'm not going to get into my
Why?
wife's measurements.
What's the big deal?
Jesus.
Oh, big deal. If you're proud of her, I'll give you my wife's measurements.
All right, go ahead.
47, 37, 57.
You're a lucky man.
She had 3 kids, man. You'll see what your wife looks like after 20 years.
You're a lucky man.
And do you ever get to meet with Dave? Just answer that.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And what does that happen? Once a day?
Twice a day.
And
Twice a day.
Like what happened? Like, just let me understand something. Has Dave already said to you, where is my pre-interview cards for Howard Stern?
No. I'll tell you what happens. I go up there at 11 o'clock, and we do a briefing, and he says, what does Howard want to talk about on the show? And I say nothing, and he goes, great.
Is that a great, like, Dave is really disappointed great?
No, but I mean, he expects the guests to prepare for this. you know?
Yeah, but I don't prepare. Does Julia Roberts have something to talk about?
Prepare, Howard, and even if you didn't prepare, you'd prepare dummy notes.
I don't have dummy notes.
I know.
Just because I'm a dummy, you don't have to insult me.
Why don't you write them?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'll help you out.
Why don't you? Yeah, you come up with some stuff. I swear to you, I have nothing to talk about.
All right.
So what happens in those meetings? You guys toss around a football with Dave and a softball?
No, it's probably like your meetings. You go over to the show. And
no, but Dave likes.
We don't go over the show.
Our meetings start with us opening up envelopes of naked women.
Yeah, you would like it here.
Meetings start. No, what do you? We go over the material for the day's show.
What was Dave's reaction to my wearing a Dave mask on the Jay Leno show?
I don't think you saw it.
Oh,
well.
I never heard about it.
Maybe you should bring your mask with you.
Morty was so pissed I did that show. Does Morty go in with the meetings? Or does he? Is that too early for him?
Not during the briefing.
Morty's not in the briefing?
Not during our briefing.
I thought he was the executive producer.
What, do you meet with Dave alone?
Segment producers meet with him.
Oh, yeah, and Dave walks in like the big kahuna with the segment producers?
What? Oh,
it makes you shake in your boots?
And then what's the second meeting?
Then after we write up the notes, we meet right before the show and go over stuff again.
Boy, that's going to be a pretty blank palette today. You're in trouble. You have nothing to report.
Howard,
Daniel
just do me a favor. At 10 o'clock,
dude, you owe me.
At 10 o'clock,
you know
go
what?
through stuff with
How
me,
about
right?
this? Call us from the segment meeting.
Yeah, call me. I want to be.
Oh, you'll be available then?
Yeah. What time is the segment meeting? 11.
I'll call you. I'll call you from that. Okay.
If you call me from the segment meeting.
You'll be available then, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'll still be on the air at 11. I usually go Fridays till 12.
Howard, I'll give you a call.
Call at 10 from the meeting.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Whose job is it to report the room temperature to Dave? And if it's off a couple of degrees, do they get fired?
I have no idea.
I can't believe Morty's not in on the producer segments.
When does Morty meet with Dave?
Does he have his own meeting?
Yeah.
When does his meeting occur?
I don't know. You should ask Morty. Give Morty a call.
Well, what could Morty have to meet about if he doesn't know what the segment producers are up to?
Because Morty doesn't do anything. That's what Daniel's trying to tell you between the lines.
Okay.
That he does more than Morty.
Morty oversees the whole show, just like Gary. Right?
Right.
Gary watches the show just like Morty.
You're a good guy, Daniel. I like you. I like your style.
You're very nice.
You're a very loyal guy.
You've always been very nice to me, Howard.
You're a very charming man, Dad. Your personality has really won me over.
Yeah, I can tell.
I guess Morty has an 11 a.m. massage. It interferes.
I'll tell you what. I'll call you. What's the equivalent? 2:30 in the morning at your house.
Oh, stop it! What time did you go to bed last night?
Like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Why? You're done at 6 o'clock at work. You should be in bed by 8.
I read. I hang out.
What are you reading? All you have to do is interview me.
That's right. I was reading your
my book?
Private Parts last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's an excellent book. It's going to make a hell of a movie.
I'll tell you something. That's going to be a great movie, Howard.
It is going to be fun. I can't wait to see it.
How do you see it?
Did you write that, Howard?
Yes, I did.
All by yourself?
Well, I don't want to take... I give credit to about 10 people on the book who did a lot of research for me and helped me put my notes together and help me organize my thoughts, but I wrote it.
So everything's written by you?
Yes.
There's no ghostwriter or anything?
No.
Well, what would be ghostwritten?
I don't know.
It's all my words.
Pretty well put together. I was just impressed.
Well, and I also have to thank my editor. Why am I explaining myself to you?
All right, look,
I don't understand.
I'm going to call you back at 10 o'clock.
It's so complicated, you couldn't have written it.
What?
Yeah, everyone acts like it's written like a 2-year-old. If you ever read my book, it is so simplistic.
What are they talking about?
No one would want to take credit for writing that but me.
Right.
No, O.J. Simpson helped me. I want to reveal that to Dave.
All right.
I can't believe David...
And
what?
O.J. Simpson helped you write the book.
You know what I want to do tonight? I want to talk about the gay games and make fun of homosexuals.
That'll be great.
All right, how's that?
You don't have enough trouble, right?
Suddenly they want to talk about O.J.
Yeah.
You don't have enough trouble in your life.
I want to come out and talk about how I have a desire to kill my wife now that O.J.'s done it.
Oh, boy.
What do you think? You think Dave will like that?
I think he'll get booed off the stage.
And then I'll pull a knife, and then I'll cut my own throat.
You didn't mind it when Madonna got booed.
Oh,
hey, did you do the pre-interview on Madonna? There was no pre-interview.
Oh, God.
Hey, tell the truth now. I'm going to ask you, this is the last question I'm asking you today. Okay. Did Madonna do a pre-interview?
Yes.
Liar.
Swear to God.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I swear to God she did.
You know what I'm going to do then?
What?
I'm going to curse a lot tonight.
All right.
That's what you should do.
I'm going to curse. Every other word.
That's a great idea.
I'm going to do a parody of the Madonna
You're
thing.
going to take the Madonna transcript and just do it.
I'm going to go, hey, Dave, F you. F you. You suck.
Again,
you a-hole.
It worked well for her.
Oh,
that worked well for her. Well, I am going to curse. That is my pre-interview.
I'll call you at 10 o'clock.
You want to know what words I'm going to use?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
I'm going to be like, hi, Dave, you sea sucker. You can fill in your...
Yeah.
Now, you're calling us from the meeting, right?
I'll call you.
So Dave will be there at the meeting?
No, Dave's not going to be there.
Well, yes, he will.
He's not calling.
Well, maybe he
from the
will
meeting.
be. We'll see. I'll call you 10 o'clock. We'll go through stuff. Okay?
All right.
All right. Bye, Howard.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Robin.
That was a good
Gary.
pre-interview.
Bye, Dave.
Bye-bye.
I thought that was a
Daniel, not
Yeah.
Dave.
Sorry.
Right.
Whatever. Bye-bye.
He has to get to the meeting and ask Dave if he's there.
Right. I'm going to use the brown word.
Oh.
That describes the brownest of all bodily fluids.
They're so uptight over there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, MFer, how's your girlfriend, the CT?
In fact, you want to talk like Madonna and OJ. OJ
Yeah.
on his tapes and
Right.
Madonna on your show.
Dave, now my impression of O.J. Simpson. Hey, you bitch, get off there. I don't want to read about me in the National Enquirer. You bleep it, you fat... Wait. I'll get this set up. Can't see anything. My vision's going. All right. You bitch, where the is my damn ass? I'm going to read about this in the National Enquirer. You was in some trouble. You bitch. How's that? All right, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Let me introduce to the audience the two gay guys and Gay Bob. Gay Bob is part of the Funny Gay Males. He's our correspondent over at the gay games.
Yes. Now, has he been at the gay games all week?
Yeah, what do you think? If you were gay, wouldn't you be there?
I guess.
That's like Woodstock for gay guys.
What was Gorilla telling us the other day? What competition did he go to see?
Women's lesbian racquetball, I think.
I think it was volleyball, I guess they were playing.
This is Bob, Smith, and Mark. Wait a second. Who's Mark?
Because Bob
Hey,
Smith
Mark.
is the comedian.
No, Bob Smith is not the comedian.
Yes, he is.
You are Bob?
You don't recognize Bob?
Wait a second. Gary, you got to write people's names down. Listen like this. He goes, JP is in the red jacket and Mark is in the green shirt. What's Mark's last name? Oh, you don't want to give it out on the air or something?
No.
We got to write people's names down, Gary.
I think you just wanted first names. We never use last names.
Wait, for a guest, we don't use the last name? Wait. You don't think the last name? You don't think the guy comes all the way down here to do a radio show? He doesn't want his last name on the air? Of course, these are two athletes.
Yeah.
What is with my producer?
Gary makes up things. He just didn't do it. So all of a sudden, we never use last names.
And look at this. Listen, I mean, you guys aren't nationwide known. You understand that. The gay games is fairly new. I'm not going to know your last name.
They don't know what to think. They're like, this guy's screaming. We don't know what to do.
Well, you would have a fit, too.
Definitely.
For every guest, Gary makes it a mystery guest, whether I'm blindfolded or not.
But he comes in and he makes up new rules. Oh, we never use last names.
Yeah, he goes, I didn't think it was that important to have their last names. Here, I'll do it myself.
Now, everybody introduce yourself.
No, hold it a sec. I'm embarrassed, all right? All right. Wanted to act like I knew who you guys were. I don't even know you guys. Now I have to.
You blew the illusion.
No. What?
You blew the illusion.
Let me tell you something.
There's always an illusion in television that everybody's friends.
I thought you were making a joke.
No.
A cheap gay joke.
I would never do that.
No cheap gay. Now, which one of you is Nancy Kerrigan? Someone got hit in the knee? Is that right? Something happened to you guys?
Your biggest
All right,
fan is which one of you
let me
guys?
introduce the guys. Mark is in the green shirt. Mark, how do you pronounce your last name?
Heard.
How come I don't hear you? Ironically, his name is Heard, and I can't hear him.
Heard.
Now, why isn't your microphone? Let me see. Try that now.
Heard. How's that?
No.
Boy.
Mm-hmm. Try it now.
How's that, Howard?
No. I don't have microphones. I don't have microphones even. I'm embarrassed again.
This isn't going well. You know there are technical problems.
I can't win on this show. I hate it. I'm going to tell you, I am going to tell the entire gay contingency here what I am thinking. I am getting out of radio in a year and a half, and I'm going into figure skating.
Very good, Howard.
Are you going to do the singles, or are you going to have pairs?
No, this is ridiculous.
You're going to have a partner.
What?
You're going to have a partner, or you're going to do a singles?
I'm going to have a partner.
Oh.
Fred is my partner. That's right. Fred, you will be my partner.
Absolutely. My
at the
pleasure.
gay games in 4 years. Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to get your microphone fixed. I'm going to conduct this interview right if it kills me. Scott, why is this microphone not working? You You lazy, no-good engineer.
You hat-wearing.
You hat-wearing, toupee-hiding. It's that one?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
How would he know that?
How would I know that? Like it's my fault.
Hello. How's that now?
Get closer.
Hello.
Why do our microphones not work even when they're on?
Low.
Why doesn't that work, that microphone? I'm throwing a hissy fit. I'm throwing a hissy fit.
Hissy fit.
Hold on, guys. Just mellow out here. Don't get nervous.
This is going to happen, believe me.
This is when this interview starts. You're going to be amazed by my skills in interview. You guys are from Montreal?
Yeah, I'm from Montreal. Mark is from Toronto.
You guys ever hear of my show or anything?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you have? Good. You see how I can hardly hear?
The rest of us would like to hear this interview, Scott.
Here, Mark. I'm going to fix your microphone right now. I'm going to fix it myself.
Oh, no.
Hold on a second. Scott, come here. Bend over. I need a microphone stand. You know, by the time this microphone is fixed, the gay games will be over, and I will have missed the whole event. They're over? You see what happened?
Oh, God.
Put it here. Wait a second.
I don't have headphones.
You don't have headphones? I'm telling you, that doesn't work. Here, watch this.
Oh.
Now, here, get close to that.
So that's going to fix everything. A little...
I still can't hear. There's no level. There's no level.
It's a terrible mic.
It's a horrible microphone. Please do me a favor. Yeah. Go over to the window and yell out the window so people can hear you. More people will hear you yelling out a window than on that microphone. Now, imagine I have Mark's level all the way up, and he can barely be heard.
He's speaking up, too.
Let me hear you say testing 1, 2, 3, papa modulation. Go ahead.
Testing 1, 2, 3, papa modulation.
Thank you.
Hell, that.
I can barely hear you.
He might as well be outside the room yelling in.
Would you mind going outside the room and yelling? I feel this is the #1 radio show in the country, and I don't have microphones that work. Scott, explain to my guests, my two guests who come here from a foreign land, why my microphones don't work. These two brave gentlemen came out of the closet, the whole thing.
I don't see any problem with this microphone. I'm looking at the meters and...
You can look all you want. I can barely hear. Here. Hair. Every time I see you, I say hair. But you have no hair. You know he wears a toupee? Show him your toupee. There it is. All right, yeah. Comb that toupee, for God's sakes.
Add a hat on.
All right. Now I'm going to conduct the interview. I don't care what happens.
Okay.
All right, Robin, you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Now, Mark, what is your last name?
Hurd.
Hurd?
H-I-R-D.
Mark Hurd is a figure skater at the gay games. His partner...
And he's from Toronto.
Yes.
Yes. Is JP. JP, you just go by the initials JP?
Yeah, Jean-Pierre with JP.
Really?
French.
Are you French or Canadian French?
I'm French-Canadian.
Oh, that's good. All right. Because I hate the French. And, of course, Bob Smith, who's been on the show many times.
Yes,
He's part of the Funny Gay Males and will be the first gay comedian to be on The Tonight Show.
Right. Is that right? Congratulations.
Yeah. Actually, there's been a lot of gay comedians on The Tonight Show, but none of them ever admitted it. None of them had the balls to admit it, did they? True.
Well, you know what's funny? I happened to hear an encounter between Jackie and Bob in the coffee room.
Now Jackie's thinking of going gay so he can get on The Tonight Show?
And Jackie's hostility came out. He started cursing at Bob because he's going to be on The Tonight Show.
Really? You were like, damn it.
I punched him.
You punched him?
I got vicious.
He's gay. What's he going to do?
Hey, there's the gay
I know you're the world's first gay wrestler, too, right now.
No. I'm the only one who would be the last one picked at the gay games, I've decided, because I'm like the only gay guy now who's not good at sports. Everyone
Is that right?
People were great. I went to the basketball games. They were amazing.
The gay games have proved most people always thought of the gay as not as an athlete. They always thought of him as the pansy or something like that.
But
and you guys proved...
the gays are always, we always see them in the gyms working out and pumping up those muscles.
Yeah.
How did they get this impression that they weren't athletic?
How do I know, Robin? I'm not gay. I got other things to worry about. I'm running for governor. All right, now, JP and Mark, now let's get this straight.
When did you two start skating?
Are you guys life mates?
No.
You are not lovers?
No.
Now, this I find shocking.
Just skating partners?
Well, why wouldn't you... You see, the thing that I always like about being gay, I'm gay, I'll admit it.
And the reason you like being gay...
The reason I like being gay is because guys can just have sex without any of the nonsense that I got to put up with from women. My whole life, I got to wine and dine them. You know what I'm talking about. You could walk into any club in America, and now we're being safer because of AIDS and everything, but You could walk in to any club and just have sex with a guy. True or false? True, Bob? Yes, you could.
No.
There's no game playing. You both know why you're there. Everyone pulls their pants down and has a good time. True or false?
That is not true.
That is not true? JP, not true?
Not in my life.
No.
Really?
What about you, Bob? Where's this club, Howard?
JP, are you attracted to Bob? Everyone is in love with Bob.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, you like Bob.
Oh. Well, to say that I like Bob to that extent, I don't know, but he is very good looking.
You would have sex with Bob, true?
No.
Bob,
we don't know each other.
You would not have sex with JP?
Howard, I have a boyfriend for 5 years. In a minute.
Braggart.
I'm in a relationship like you. You know, so, no. No, but these guys are great. They, you know.
Mark, what about you?
What about me?
Wouldn't you have sex with Bob?
I don't even know Bob.
But you have to know the guy? I mean, that's what I think is great about being gay. You don't necessarily have to know a guy.
Gay.
All right, I'll admit it, I'm not gay. But in my fantasy, I read about clubs where you can go in and have sex.
I know, but this,
yeah,
you know,
but
straight guys
in the straight community too.
Straight guys do
If you're looking for that kind of thing, you can find.
Really?
Yeah, you can find a drunk girl and.
Yeah.
Really?
Sure.
I don't know. I never found a girl drunk enough to have sex with me.
You can find a straight girl, she'll still do it.
I don't know. The whole thing is very confusing to me.
Yeah.
All right, so you two guys, now you won the gold medal for figure skating, but unfortunately there was no one to compete with. Is that true?
That's right.
Aww.
There are other pairs in the competition, but they are at a different level than us.
Oh.
So we weren't.
These guys are professional skaters.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So,
Do you always skate together?
No. We just started skating together in since April of this year.
And no romance starts between you two? I don't understand that.
No.
Are you in relationships?
I'm not.
No.
Oh.
What the hell's going on? You good-looking guys?
Blows your whole theory.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm surprised love hasn't blossomed.
Is there an inkling, a hint?
Is there a hint of love in the air or nothing?
Not that we know of.
Right. I often see that a man and a woman skate together. But sometimes you see romance blossom because you work so closely together.
And, you know, there are moments in the
is that what comes to mind when you see a guy and a girl skate together?
Yes, of course I do.
You wonder
you think that they're together?
Oh,
like
absolutely I do.
Don't you watch the guy's hands every time he lifts her up?
Yeah,
his hands up?
right under the dress.
But then a lot of times they are married.
I check to see how many fingers he's missing when he lifts her up.
Oh, stop it.
I'm being serious.
But there are moments in the dance that it calls for a knowing look or something.
But there are. Well, I mean, you may want to approach a number in that respect, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you have to do just because you're skating with somebody else.
Okay.
I think when you see that a lot of.
I think the chemistry is better when the two are romantic with one another. That's what I'm always going to say.
All right.
Well, that's pretty scary for a lot of those couples that are out there that are brothers and sisters.
There's nothing wrong with being romantic with your sister. My sister and I had a very loving relationship for 3 or 4 years, and she introduced me to a lot of new things. Don't knock it till you try it. My sister's a wonderful gal.
And she'll always be your first love.
You know how stupid I am? Now that I realize you guys won the gold medal for figure skating, congratulations. I realize.
Do you feel bad that you can't compete in the real Olympics?
No, because that really wasn't our.
You didn't want that?
Our purpose.
Let me say something. I must tell you, I realize now that you guys got the gold medal, and you were the only ones who competed.
Right.
Why didn't Fred and I enter the contest? We would have won the silver medal.
Yeah.
Why not?
We were stupid.
Were there restrictions?
No, the gay games are open to straight people, and a lot of straight people.
Oh, I should have done it.
Howard,
someone should have told me. Well, why didn't you tell me? You're supposed to be my correspondent.
I told people that. I knew that.
Well, you would have had to enter at probably lower levels if you never skated before together.
So you got... Oh, I see. We would have lost that.
You could still have won a gold medal.
I would have worn sneakers.
You could have won a medal, Howard.
I could have won a medal at the gay games.
You around.
We'll get you in next time.
Did it feel good holding... Probably when you guys have skated before, you had to hold women, right? When you did, double skating?
Well, Mark is a solo skater, and my training was as a soloist, too, but I have some experience. My background is adagio skating, which is pair skating.
Yes.
So it was very different for me to lift somebody of my own sex, and also that was 35, 40 pounds heavier than my original partner. So
did you guys wear real tight outfits?
Yeah, we wore bodysuits,
sexy outfits.
Now I understand that you lifted each other. That makes it different.
We had we transferred the roles, so nobody was stuck with the
male or female.
That's right. So we had a transfer throughout the numbers.
You guys had to lift each other?
Well, I lift Mark more because he's lighter, but there are some instances where I do some of the moves that in usual pair skating the woman would do.
So, Mark, you didn't become the woman because you were lighter?
No.
Well, we tried to avoid.
See, Mark could have. See, I look at the two of these guys.
He could have fallen into that role.
Yes, I see Mark as the woman here. You know what I mean? I don't want to see.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, Mark, I don't see you lifting JP here. You know what I mean?
Big guy.
JP's a big guy. Yeah. It wouldn't look right, if you know what I'm saying.
But then it does add a dimension when...
Well, if we would have had more time, Mark would have possibly been able to lift me because it's a real mental, psychological thing to lift somebody. And it has something to do with weight, but there's a lot you can do, even if I'm heavier than him.
I would never wear the tight suits you guys wear because I have a small package, and I would have to stuff with socks. Do any of you guys stuff those? You guys are all natural when you wear
have to.
Really? So because with those outfits you can see a man's genitals.
Well, I thought that was part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You want that?
That's part of the form.
Seriously, because you know that you can see. So you guys must be pretty well endowed. Am I correct?
Oh, I don't know about Mark.
You've never seen each other nude?
They're Canadian. It's in metric, though. It's totally different.
No, but I mean, you guys...
Sounds a lot better.
It sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen each other nude?
No.
That's insane. I would think half the fun at the gay games goes on in the locker room. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Was there any romance happening during the gay games in the locker room? Anybody find any romance?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Now, wait a minute. With all the gays that are in town right now...
People are having a lot of fun, but people are...
isn't there a lot of socializing?
I hope there's going to be some romance.
All right, everybody calm down.
The competitors, though, are really serious. It's very fun. They're really, like, gung-ho.
But after the performances, anybody throw room keys at you guys? You know what I mean? I mean, after all, people...
Yeah, aren't there people hanging around and you skate off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Throwing their underpants at you guys or something?
They still us.
Stage door Johnny.
Stage door Johnny.
Right.
And was New York, did they greet you with open arms? Did you find any hostility? No gay bashing around town? People behave?
So far you've avoided the World Cup people?
Yeah. Soccer players. The only bashing you've received is here. In this All right, good. All right, that's very good.
There was one scandal in the gay games. 2 figure skaters got in like a Tanya and Nancy thing.
Really?
Yeah, but there was no violence. It was, they just... One guy hired another guy to say, have you put on weight? Your knee looks fat.
Oh, that's a little bit of that.
All right.
That's some of that humor we'll be hearing on the Tonight Show.
Funny gay humor.
Funny gay humor.
Get in one gay figure skating joke. I'm sorry.
I'll have to tune in and watch you on the Tonight Show. So anyway, this is very exciting. And you guys came out of the closet at an early age? I mean, right away, or this is recent?
Well, I've been out for a long time, but, doing something like this, and because of the complications we've had trying to train and so on, we've had to come out, publicly with the media and so on.
What are the complications?
Well, we went out to test our blades in October just to see if we could actually do this from a serious standpoint.
Right.
And I had to find out if I could lift Mark or not. And it worked out fine. But the next day, which is the place where I work, I was called into my boss's office, and he proceeded to give me this entire spiel about how he feels about gay people and that we were not welcome there anymore. So he saw this as a sexual thing, first and foremost.
Wow.
And he thought we were together.
You're kidding? You got fired from your job?
Oh, I didn't get fired. I mean, they just asked us not to come back and skate there again.
Oh, I see.
It turned into a big issue, and it's still not over, basically, as far as I'm concerned.
They had a lot of problems up in Montreal with, like, rinks,
Nowhere to train because people don't want 2 guys training around.
Yeah, because they don't see it as an art form or as a sport. They just see the sexual aspect of this whole thing.
Much like our own Jackie Martling. That's all he sees. Sitting there with hey, look at this. 2 guys getting on in the ice. Yeah, right? Isn't that true, Robin?
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's all he sees.
So, and I can't believe you guys make such a nice pair. I could see fixing the 2 up.
Well, thank you.
I think romance will blossom, quite frankly. I do. I think you 2 will end up as life mates. That's my prediction.
All right.
Thanks, Howard.
I see love in the air.
I don't see why that's important to you.
Why? Because I'm a matchmaker.
Oh, I see.
I don't like to see 2 single guys here.
Anytime you see 2 good-looking guys together, you have to pair them up.
Now, Bob, let me wrap up with this. When you go on the Tonight Show, will you call Jay Jane? Will you do any of that kind of humor?
I will not do that.
I see. And you will. And what day can we see you on the Tonight Show?
July 13th.
Oh, we will be watching.
Well, we'll certainly be into that. We'll
and then
be watching.
My HBO special on the 14th.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Your own special?
My own special, half hour. It's another first.
Will you be billed as Gay Bob or just Bob Smith?
Bob Smith.
You will, and will you come out on the HBO show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you will.
I talk about
Poor Jackie's ready to commit suicide.
Oh, he was just cursing.
No, I'm not.
He's all of a sudden gay.
Jackie, is that your new voice
Is
now?
that the hot thing?
Yes.
He's going.
And Steven Spielberg's going to do a movie about a gay stand-up comic, and they hired me to write the monologues.
All right.
Is that right? Wow. Steven Spielberg's certainly busy.
Yeah. Now I'm going to commit suicide.
Our own Jackie Martling watching another comedian go way past him.
Well, did you want to find out when these guys came out and how difficult it was?
Yeah, when was the best time? Like, when was the best time of your life?
Family?
When you told your parents? Did your father have a heart attack? I mean, what happened? Did they try to throw you out of the house?
Well, for myself, it was not a problem, but lately, because of all this media attention, it just like reversed things. You know, I mean, people become a little bit more aware that you're out there and this is what's going on. So it was somewhat difficult for them to deal with the pressure of the people that surrounds them, because a lot of times, you know, it's more what people think than what you normally actually think. So I had to help them through that, but so far everything's been great. Yeah,
no
it's been
kidding.
really good. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
But it's not been the case for a lot of people. A lot of skaters would have entered this. But,
what about you?
Well, I really didn't come out until I was in the when I joined the show, which is when I was.
Oh, so it's recent.
21.
So you didn't have your first man until you were 21. You were a virgin until 21. You guys ever have women?
Yeah.
Bob, you had a woman, right?
No.
You never did? You're not curious?
No.
Boy, you are super gay. You're more gay than these two guys.
Born gay.
I was born gay. You know.
Bob is so gay.
How gay is he?
Bob is very gay. He's more gay than the two of you put together.
My treehouse had a breakfast.
You never
He never even considered it.
And Bob can get any woman he wants because he's so damn good looking.
My first words were, "Oh, mother, really?"
Unbelievable. Where'd they put your pacifier? Unbelievable. Robin, help him out. Go over there. I'm telling you could convert gay Bob.
You know, I'm sure there are women who are standing around in line waiting to convert Bob.
Show him your chest. Bob, there is no way you will not be straight.
I did date women, you know.
Oh, you did? You went through that charade?
Yeah, like.
But
well,
you
know,
never.
Well, their fathers would always say, "Bob, you have her home at 11." I'd say, "No, 9," and not 1 minute later. I was
You really couldn't handle it.
I couldn't handle it.
Robin, show him your chest.
I'm
Just
not
stand
showing
up,
him
please.
anything.
Please.
I might do it in private, but not here.
Really? Disrobe now. I guarantee you, when you see her luscious beauty, you will not be able to resist.
Great.
Any of you guys go both ways? Robin's looking for a date for the gay. No, so the point is that so it wasn't until you were 20 that you had gay sex. And you dreamt about it, you thought about it, and you couldn't act on it.
And you dared not to.
You dare not act on your sex.
I guess so.
Is that right?
Pretty much.
And
then,
what gave you the courage?
What pushed you over the edge? What man did it?
Who drove you crazy?
Who drove you crazy? Jackie Jones.
I want to know that. I'm finding out things.
No, but I mean, you used to fantasize about guys all the time and everything, and you couldn't tell anyone?
Not all the time, but, you know, the question was certainly in my mind, but it wasn't really in my...
And did you date girls and stuff?
Yeah, I dated girls.
You dated girls?
Sure.
And the whole time you wanted to puke, right?
Oh,
It was distasteful.
no, being with girls wasn't awful.
Really?
But
you might be bi.
Oh, well, maybe. I'm open to whatever.
But the first time that you were with a man, I mean, you must have exploded.
Oh!
I mean, it must have been wild. I mean, you must have gone wild. Where were you? Did you meet this guy in a club?
No, I was in the show.
In the show? In the skating show?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gay figure skaters. Wow.
Gay figure skaters. This is
Who would
wild.
have ever guessed? Yeah.
This is a wild scene. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's very surprising because, we all think that a lot of figure skaters are gay, and they're probably...
Most of them are gay.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, you can say it. I'll say it.
Is,
I'm going to say it. Most figure skaters are
Howard,
gay.
let me finish.
All right.
What I'm saying
What's the difference? I can't hear you on that microphone anyway.
So what I'm saying is, but when you're competing and what have you, so many of the skating associations, you have to conform to a certain idea, and they don't really want that reputation around you. They want skating to be respected, and unfortunately that means you have to try and stay in the closet.
No.
I see. Now, when you dated girls,
yeah,
did you date girls only with short hair that kind of look like guys?
No.
See, that's what I would have done.
Women bodybuilders.
JP, who was the first male fantasy figure for you? I'm talking about famous. Who were you attracted to?
Good question. I don't know that I had any, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Rock Hudson? Anybody? Tom Cruise?
No.
Tom Cruise!
Little Richard?
Richard.
No,
Lorne Green?
definitely not.
Lorne Green? Anyone?
Green.
Oh, let me tell you something. You guys are not gay if you're not attracted to Lorne Green. He was a very big gay...
Is that role model?
He was, gay. Well, he wasn't gay
Or
himself.
sex symbol.
Sex symbol. A lot of gays wanted to have sex with Lorne Green.
Laura. Really?
Oh, yes. Who played Pa Cartwright.
Who are these gay losers you're talking to?
I know a lot of gay losers. Don't tell me about that. To see all the heterosexual losers I know.
So you didn't go to the movie specifically to see some guy?
Go to see, whatever.
You know who else was big? Hop Sing on that show.
Hop Sing.
Hop Sing. A lot of gay guys like that.
You know
yes.
who's kind of looks good and beefed up in Speed? Everyone's talking. All the gay guys are talking about him.
Yeah.
Canoe Reeves.
Canoe Reeves.
That's a pony name if I ever heard it.
No.
And what about it, Bob? Hey, Bob, what was your? You said you once gave yourself a female name. What was that?
I never.
Yes, you did. Admit it.
No,
Bobby.
Wasn't it Bobby?
Yeah, with an I.
Yeah, with an I. You guys ever get into that?
No.
Any of you guys ever call each other like Elton John calls himself Jane and used to call Freddie Mercury a name? I don't know what it was. He did an interview with me once.
Maybe that was just
it's like a generation thing.
It's
a British thing.
Right. I don't know, Bob. If I was your husband, what would I call you?
I don't know.
Cindy.
Right.
You're a Cindy.
Is he a Cindy?
Yes. I don't know what I call you.
Carol Ann.
Maybe I call you Blob. That's it. I'll change your name. Blobby. I don't know. I don't know. You haven't been working out. Well, listen, congratulations to, of course, JP and Mark, who just took
gold medalists.
Gold medalists, even though they didn't get to compete with anyone. Not too many guys were brave enough to come out.
They just came to pick up the medal. They didn't even have to skate.
I mean, getting here to begin with was a competition in itself, believe me.
I see.
For the competition.
One thing about the gay games, too, is that it's about participation. That's what they really said to say.
Now, do you think that this really helped the image of gay people?
Competing.
What'd you say? Do you think it helped gay people?
Yeah.
I don't know, Robin. I have no... It helped the show. I love talking to gay guys. I love hearing about having sex with another man.
I just wonder how running around and being gay and swimming and skating and playing volleyball helps.
Well, it dispels the rumor that gay people aren't athletic. Makes them more normal in the eyes of heterosexuals. And it says, hey, screw everyone else. We're going to go have our games, and we can participate in open. All right?
It was fun.
Who lit the flame, or was everyone flaming? I mean, everyone was flaming?
Everyone had their own flame.
It was wild.
You know who came out? Greg Louganis came out.
He did come out?
Yes, I told you he was doing...
Oh, what, did you get carried away?
Exhibition.
All those endorsements right out the window.
Oh,
right.
stop it.
He's a hot guy.
Now, you would take Greg Louganis in a minute, right?
Definitely.
Yes. He looks
very, very sexy man.
Without knowing him.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have sex just from the way he looked.
Absolutely.
That's so shallow. Did he ever dive into you, or did you get to meet him?
I haven't met him.
I see. It's funny that he's gay and his name is Ain't It. Greg Louganis. Ain't It.
Wow,
Seriously.
Howard.
No, is that wrong? Louganis?
Where do you get this stuff?
No, I'm telling you.
Howard, come on.
No, what? The anus is in his name and he's gay. Don't you think that's kind of ironic?
No.
Why is no one finding the irony in that? Except for me. You don't like that?
You're pushing it.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're going to have you do 2,000 hours of gay community service combing out drag queens' wigs.
Do you know what his brother's name is? Ed Butthole.
Oh, no.
That's true.
Charlie Colin.
All right. Anyway, listen. Here's the Charlie Colin. His brother's name is Charlie Colin. Anyway, here's the question. Really, what? You felt the gay games was positive, right?
Yes.
All right. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Everyone had having a good time.
Yes, because there's still the closing ceremony.
It closes tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It closes tomorrow night, so that'll be fun. And
you'll all be here for the big parade.
Big parade afterwards.
Yeah.
And maybe a little romance at that point, a little downtime. True?
Who knows?
You never know. All right. That's what I hope for. A little romance, a little sports. What's wrong with that, Robin?
No, I understand that there are some people with HIV who are competing. Is that true?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that right? How are you guys? You guys positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative? Thank God. I know I'll catch it. I know. You can't. I will catch it.
That's misinformation.
Oh, please. Misinformation, nothing. You know me. I catch everything.
You've been with Howard.
I don't want to tell you who I've been with.
All right.
Since you didn't tell me who you're with.
Isn't it amazing that people with HIV can compete in sports and so forth?
A lot of people.
There's a misconception. People don't believe. They believe you get HIV and you're done for.
But they compete in the sports that are not that active.
Is that right?
Of course.
The ballroom dancing.
Ballroom dancing.
I see.
That kind of thing. You got to mellow. I can save you straight. I saw two guys at HIV. They were competing in Scrabble. Right. Gay Scrabble game.
I see.
All gay words. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What?
Well, I think it's great that it opened it to people with HIV because it's one big thing in sports right now. I mean, especially with
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson stuff.
Yeah. That's been very difficult, and people are just having to get information because
that's true.
Well, smarten up.
Well, listen, you guys, good luck with the rest of the gay games. Thank you for coming in this morning. We've gotten a peek into the gay games and what it's like to be gay figure skaters.
Yeah. Didn't know it was so difficult to be gay and figure skate.
One last question. You guys leg men, butt men, or chest men?
Legs.
Legs? Mark is a leg man?
Butt man.
JP, a butt man?
Chest.
Chest for gay Bob. Hey, which one of you guys is attracted to me? I'll stand up and model. Now, come on. I've been working out a little bit. Tell me come on, look.
You're in shape, definitely, but
yeah, you're in
Howard.
shape.
What?
The hair, though, we gotta,
all the gays are into like shaving their heads now. And
short
everything.
hair, That's
They're like black people. They want to be bald.
Yeah. Now, any of you guys attracted? Mark, JP, Gay Bob, anybody?
Well,
let me lift up my shirt.
No, but thanks for coming out.
Wait.
Oh, dear.
We'll get you in the physique.
How was that? Which one of you guys is attracted to me? Who would sleep with me? I want to know. Gay men are not attracted to me for some reason. Gay Bob attracted?
Sorry, Howard, no.
JP?
No.
Mark?
No.
Really? Seriously? Nobody would go for me?
Thanks for trying.
What about Fred? You attracted to him? Why is no one attracted to me of the same sex?
Look at you.
I'll tell you a guy that you're attracted to, all right? You ready? Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Baba Fooey, come in here. Every gay man loves Baba Fooey. Now, the guy's straight, so he says. Who knows?
No.
Baba Fooey, stand right behind the guy. So let him look at your legs. And turn around and show them your legs. Look how hairy.
Feel that.
Feel it. And turn around and show them your buttocks. That's it, good. All right, now let's go around the room. Mark, are you attracted to Papa Fooey?
No.
You're not? JP?
No.
Gay Bob?
No, but...
Are you guys serious?
Gary's a good-looking guy.
Now, Gary's better looking than me?
Chappie's the one that's hot for me.
No, hold it a second. Hey, I know who you're going to be hot for. Now, be honest, though, okay? All right. Bring in Tom Chasano. All right, watch this. This is our general manager. I'm curious. I always like to know. This will be quick, Rob, and then I'll move into commercials.
All right.
It's not often I get to hang with gay guys.
Do you think that straight guys, as soon as they see...
Where is Tom?
He's on his way. He kept complaining that he's not a sex object.
Oh, come on in here. Now stand here. Stand here in front of the guys. Now, Tom is gay, so you can comment all you want. Tom, stand over there. That's it. Now, stand next to the guys. Let them look you over. Take your time. Look over Tom. All right.
Who are the gold medalists?
What do you think of the gold medalists?
I don't know.
You can't tell which guys are the athletes?
Man, you know Gay Bob. All right, anyway. Tom.
Yes.
The guys are going to get turned off to your personality. Just stand quiet. All right, first Gay Bob. Bob?
No.
No to Tom?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, liar. JP, are you attracted to Tom physically?
No.
Mark?
Yeah, I think it's attractive.
Final.
A breakthrough.
I mean, look at Tom. JP, look at Tom.
Yeah, I'm looking.
But I mean, how can you do better than that? I'm not even gay and I'm attracted to him. That's a good-looking guy.
He's a gay buffet.
He's a good-looking guy, but if I'm actually... you asked me if I'm attracted to him.
What?
He's a gay buffet.
Fred, keep your own personal opinions to yourself.
Gay buffet.
Tom's over there pretending like he never dated Bob before. No, seriously, JP, you're saying, I want to understand, what is wrong with Tom?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's a very good-looking guy, but I'm not sexually attracted to him. If you're asking me if I'm sexually attracted to him...
All right, hold on. Let me try one more.
Okay.
Bring in Ralph.
Ralph?
Yeah, Ralph. I think gay guys like
him. I don't think any human is attracted to Ralph.
Does that mean that if one of them turns out to be somebody that I'm interested in, that I'll, leave with them this morning? Is that...
No. I want to know what you're attracted to.
They're not available.
All right, Ralph. Oh, well, look, watch Ralph sweep into the room.
Yeah, Ralph's really cute.
That you like. Ralph you like.
Interesting.
You mean Ralph is better for you than me?
Yeah.
You find Ralph more attractive?
Yeah.
Why is he more
attractive?
Show him. Wait, Ralph, crouch down on your knees and show him your tooth and your berry. Now look at the giant. Look at that berry and look at that big ugly tooth in the front. That looks like Snagglepuss.
Well, maybe it's not necessarily how he looks, but more what he exudes.
His physique,
his energy.
And he does exude, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Are you talking about his odor? Because boy, that's pretty strong.
And see, he's got long hair, so there's nothing wrong with you having long hair.
Right.
As far as my being attracted to you or not.
And what about you, Mark? Are you attracted to Ralph?
No.
You are not. And Bob?
No.
That was a hesitation.
He's got a nice body. He's in good shape. So
that's 50.
What about Fred Norris over there? Frightening Fred Norris. Anybody attracted to him? Ralph, put your hand down. You're supposed to supposedly say it. Bob, how do you feel about Fred?
Here we go.
No?
Sorry, Fred.
I'm insulted.
JP?
No.
Mark?
No.
Oh.
This is some sports interview.
It's a tough room.
This is some sports interview. This is the worst sports interview. Well, what do I know about Olympic skating?
You're going to bring in, like,
if I had to, like...
next. Oh, do you think he's hot?
And no one is attracted to Fred? And Jackie, I assume no one is attracted to Jackie over there, Jackie Martland?
Jackie.
Bob kissed me hello.
Yeah. Bob kissed you hello, but he felt bad for you because you're not on the Tonight Show.
Yes. Robin's really cute.
Yeah, I think Robin.
Well, I'm not a guy.
So what? You're cute for a guy.
So what? No.
So in other words, Ralph and Tom each got one vote, but the rest of us don't score at all.
Sorry.
What if I ply you with liquor?
I mean, if you interviewed more gay people, perhaps you'd find somebody that's attracted to you.
Oh, no, I've yet to find... Let me show you my eyes. Maybe that's the problem. Let me reveal my eyes to you.
Howard has very good eyes. Blue eyes. Very good.
JP is implying that you'd have to interview a lot of gay people to find one attractive to you.
No, I'll tell you what. JP and Mark and Bob are snobby bastards who just don't want to be with a man. What is it, Ralph?
How about Scott? Check out Scott.
No, please. We know what the guys... we know what every human being on the planet thinks of Scott. Ganji? Oh, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Bear with me one more time. Hey, Fat Ganji, come in here. I got to know.
He's ripe for the plucking.
I think they like Ralph because that tooth is a French tickler. Yeah, that big, ugly tooth. 1 second. I just have to know what gay... I am perturbed that there's not one gay man on the planet who's attracted.
He says he's never been hit on by any gay person.
All right. Here, what about this guy?
In his life.
Mike Ganji.
Howard? Yeah.
Look at Mike Ganji.
No.
Look at Ganji trying to look sexy.
I am.
Now, what do you think, JP?
Yeah, I think it's cute.
You like him? Mark?
He looks like a nice guy.
Oh.
So you talk to him at least.
Hey, Ganji, you can't get girls, but maybe you can get guys.
Maybe you've been trying the wrong sex.
Because Ganji hasn't been able to get a date in months.
So do you think like this is like a complete physical thing as far as gay people are concerned?
Oh, come on. Don't get uptight.
No, I'm not getting uptight.
You know physical attraction matters.
Yeah,
you know
it does, but I think that in this
because if you guys cared about mental attraction, you'd all be attracted to me because I have the best personality in the room.
Is that true, Robin?
No.
I'm smiling, he's having a good laugh, you know.
And what am I? I'm not smiling?
So that's attractive.
You're saying he's attracted because he's smiling? Look at me, I'm smiling.
Wait a minute. What is it about Howard's personality? Because he's had the same problem with women. Maybe there's a lesson here.
Yeah, what is it about my personality? What do you mean it's about... Bob, you like Angie?
Sorry, Ganji.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, boy, I'd like to see your boyfriend. Who's he, Superman?
Cute, I don't know.
Cute. I don't know what you guys find cute. You know what? I'm insulted by all three.
Well, what is it about Howard's personality that's so off-putting?
Is it abrasive?
No, I don't think that it's anything in particular. It's just either the package is interesting or it's not. I mean, from a sexual term, you know?
You poor baby.
You know what it is? I should have asked you before I broke
What do you think it is?
I should have asked you this question before I broke your balls for 45 minutes. Then you would have loved me.
Yes.
I don't know what I know what you're saying. Women never found me attractive either. I'm tall, I'm gawky.
See,
I don't
that's
have
not what
a particularly
I heard.
nice...
A lot of girls that I know find you really attractive.
But that's since he became a radio
That's because I'm on the radio. They stomach me. Believe me.
That's hard.
If I wasn't on the radio, guys, girls, dogs, anything, no one would be attracted to me.
Howard.
You know, and I recognize it. Other people are repulsed by me.
Well, you know, I have the same problem.
Do you really, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
I find you attractive.
Wow.
I think you're a good-looking guy. I'd go out with you. Come here and kiss me. Maybe I ought to try it. All right, listen. Enough of this. I've had enough insulting. I want to thank, first of all, Mark Hurd for coming in, gold medalist in the gay games. JP, Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre with a snobby attitude toward men.
I don't like you.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. You don't have my package that interests me.
Ralph is much more handsome.
He has nice ass.
Yeah.
He exudes.
Exudes something from his ass.
He's saying eyes. He's got a French accent. Eyes. Eyes.
I said something else.
Well, too bad.
It's okay. That's normal reaction for rejection.
And Gay Bob, good luck to you and your
we'll be watching you.
triumphant appearance over on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
And is it HBO?
HBO.
HBO special?
And tonight I'm at the Greenwich House Theater Company with Judy Gold. It's usually on at 8 o'clock. And stand up New York and going to do the Just for Laughs and all sorts of things.
Any of you guys... Hey, Bob, I meant to ask you this. Can you talk in a more, in a less effeminate way, if you wanted to? When you used to hide, when you were in the closet, were you able to talk like this?
This is my voice.
Was always your voice? And did your father used to get mad when you talked like that?
No, my parents are great.
They are?
Yeah.
Very
They raised him to be gay.
What about you, JP?
Yeah.
Your parents really hassle you when you growed up? You know?
No, they didn't hassle me.
Mark?
But he doesn't have
Mark
that.
looks like he's been smacked around a few times.
Oh, dear.
I'm telling you. Well, anyway. I want to thank you guys. Congratulations on the gay games.
Thank you very much.
Howard. And Bob, thank you for stopping by. Of course, Bob Smith, and we'll see you on the Tonight Show on July 13th. Rob, we've got to take a break. Thanks to the guys. And when we come back, we'll get a few phone calls in. We'll do a little news for everybody. Talk about, I'll be on Letterman tonight.
Yes, have you really not decided what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. That I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about. And we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Well, we just heard from the gays. Interesting, our old friend Gay Bob is going to be the first gay comedian on the Tonight Show. It's like, you know, it's like meeting an astronaut. First one to step on the moon. We know him.
I'm very proud of him.
It's going to be some monologue. Hi, I'm the first gay comedian, Gay Bob.
Hello, I'm gay. Applause, 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 applause.
Yeah, they get a lot of applause just for that. Thank you very much. First of all, I was breastfed by my father. Thank you. In fact, as we speak, I'm still using my pacifier, but you can't see it. I have my pants on. My brothers, everyone is very proud of the fact that I'm here tonight on The Tonight Show. I want to thank Jay Leno for having me. My whole family's proud. My father's proud. My mother's proud. My brothers are proud. Both my brothers, Judy and Harold. But it really feels unusual to be here as a gay comic. Being a gay comic is something that took many years for me to come out of the closet and certainly go up to audiences and admit that I was gay. But now look at it. It's paid off. I've even surpassed Jackie the Joke Man Martling, who's been waiting to get his shot on The Tonight Show for many, many years. Thank you. And let's tell you, though, I remember the day I came out of the closet. I told my parents, I sat them down in a chair. I said, Mom, Dad, I am gay. My parents, thank you. My parents looked at me, and then they took strychnine, and then they shot themselves, and just to make sure they were dead, they jumped off a ledge. And you might be wondering about my wrists, why I keep them so bent like this. My wrists are as limp as a dead man. But I must tell you, I'm so proud to be the first gay person on The Tonight Show, openly gay comedian. Thank you, and good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Interesting how things have changed over the years.
Oh, yes. Hey, by the way, I must tell you, Melrose Larry Green, by the way, is on the phone. He's over at the Letterman show trying to get in. Do you have tickets for tonight, Melrose?
Oh, man, I'm out here online here. It's unbelievable. Howard!
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, quickly.
There's about 350 people out here. They're going nuts. Howard!
Yeah.
Quiet. Speak, Howard.
There's nothing to say. I just asked you what you're doing. Why aren't those tickets all given away already?
Well, we're on the standby line. People have been here since 2 a.m.
Oh, I see. All right.
You've got hundreds of fans out here, Howard, and there's no way I can get in, is there?
Well, of course there is.
How?
You'll stand online, and if you're lucky, there'll be a lot of openings.
Well, I'll tell you, Howard, you are the king of media.
Where are you in the line?
Media, Howard.
Listen to the phone is running out on him.
Howard.
Yeah.
I'm really on the air with you right now.
Yeah.
All right. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
1-800-52-STERN. Buy the backstage video. Good luck tonight on David Letterman, Howard.
All right. Thank you.
I'll see you later, Howard.
All right. Anyway.
I think he's moving to New York, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think he's here way too much.
I saw him last Sunday in the park, and he said he was going home that afternoon.
Yeah, well, he's back. Anyway, I gotta say something. You know, somebody just faxed me during the commercials that a radio station in Cleveland on the AM dial in the morning hours played the full version of O.J. Simpson. You know, there's a lot of confusion in the media whether or not you're supposed to play that tape of O.J. Simpson screaming at his wife because he uses curse words.
Mm-hmm.
Like CNN plays the full version of the tape where you can hear the curse words, but when they transcribe it and they put those little signs up on the screen, they bleep out all the words. So you can't read them, but you can hear them, which makes no sense. Like, why are you bleeping them from the written word and not from the oral word.
Yeah, it's like, he's going to beat the, and you hear her say it, but on the screen, they go, here, he's going to beat the S blank, 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 blank out of me.
And it's so ludicrous because if you're going to play the words, you should be able to write them. And there's such confusion and hypocrisy in our industry. And this country wants to act like these words don't exist. These 7 dirty words.
What is the big deal?
Yeah, they want to act like they don't exist. And it is no big deal. So this station in Cleveland, I have no problem with them doing this. They aired all of the dirty words. But I'm wondering, you see, the line is so
jagged.
The FCC says you cannot air these dirty words, and yet somehow if OJ is screaming them and he's in the news, it's, I guess, in their mind, forget the FCC, it's okay. Now, if I played those 7 dirty words yesterday on the air, you would have seen the government smack my hand down and really put the screws to me. $1 million fine.
Almost immediately. You are the only one who gets immediate action.
I'll give you a perfect example. Better example than that. Listen to this. You got to follow this.
Fix your hair before you make that point.
Okay, should I?
Yes.
Really? How's that?
That's better.
Do I look okay? All right. This you got to hear. 2 years ago, I came out on the air. I was very angry one day. And I said that one of the members of the FCC, Al Sykes, you announced on the news that he had prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I hope the cancer spreads to his whole body and I hope he dies. Okay? Now, a lot of people disagree with me for saying that. They think it was a bad thing to say, but I said it. Now, mind you, if I wish cancer on somebody, I don't think it really happens unless I'm God and I don't know it. Okay.
If you have that kind of power, you're wasting it.
The day after I said it, all the people who work for the FCC, even the ones who said that they were against them finding me, said, now we're going to get you. Howard said something so horrible, so disgusting about the chairman of the FCC that we're going to get him. There were newspaper editorials about me saying this. There were articles written about me saying this. Now, mind you, I'm just a dopey disc jockey.
I was going to say.
Okay.
You're really not doing anything serious here.
Last week, I'm reading about a guy who's one of the richest men in the country. He's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, for a cable company.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the present commissioner for the FCC, Reed Hunt. And he said, Reed Hunt, I'm paraphrasing, I don't have the exact quote, but he said something about the fact that Reed Hunt was holding back the cable industry. And he said someone should take a bullet and put it in his head.
Oh.
Okay? Something like that. Someone should shoot Reed Hunt. He said the best thing that could happen for the cable industry is... Now, I was a little blurb in some of the broadcasting magazines. I don't even know the guy's name who said it. I can't remember it off the top of my head. If anybody knows the name, give me the name.
Yeah, I saw the quote, and I can't remember the guy's name.
But he's a big deal. Very wealthy guy, very powerful guy in the country.
Yeah, big cable company.
Big cable company. I have not seen one outraged editorial about the... Now, he didn't... I wish cancer on a guy, which you know, by the way, cancer can't be wished on someone, as far as I know.
And it doesn't spread at your wishes.
A bullet can be put into somebody. If you advocate shooting somebody, even in jest, that can take place.
Mm-hmm. Or if you feel like doing it, you could actually take action.
Yeah. So now, once again, you see the hypocrisy. Here is a guy, much more important guy in the industry than me. I'm a dopey disc jockey. FCC hasn't done anything to this guy. They haven't taken out a personal vendetta, nothing. The guy planted an idea. Maybe the FCC commissioner should have a bullet put in him. This is what... Now, I never have said that. I've never said that about anybody. I don't know any of these guys.
Surely, if it's wrong to wish his death, commissioner's death in one way, it's wrong to wish it in another, is it not?
Right. Tom, what's the guy's name?
I don't remember his name.
Right.
But I do know he also has, on a number of different occasions in print, apologized for that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's apologized, but he said it.
Right, he said it and he's retracted it. He's apologized for it. He's gone out of his way to do so.
Oh, here's the guy's name. John Malone. That's right.
Oh, big guy.
TKI chairman.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy.
But what difference does it make that he apologized?
Yeah, what? You mean if he apologizes, okay?
Well, I mean, no, I think...
The guy got on and said someone should put a bullet in the FCC commissioner's head.
And then he realized what a dumb statement it was, and he's retracted it. He's apologized for it.
Yeah, but so what? But so what? He still said it. Why is no one at the FCC upset about it?
Well, I mean, I think they were.
Why are the editorialists that wrote these huge columns about my inappropriate behavior?
Why aren't they commenting on this?
Because the world is filled with phonies. It's a one-sided thing, man. It's everyone gets stirred. Nobody talks about anybody. Nobody says a bad word about anybody unless it's me. or O.J. Simpson. So does the apology make the idea go away, Tom?
No.
Everything's okay as long as you say you're sorry. I refuse to apologize for my statement because they said it's a ridiculous thing. Why should I apologize to anybody? It's the way I felt at the time. It might have been a dumb statement.
If you stepped on somebody's toe, you might apologize.
I like these guys. Well, I realize now it was a dumb statement. All I said afterwards is, what's this with the apology? So if it was a dumb statement, I said it. It's the way I felt at that given moment in time. Anyway, so much for that. I just wanted to point it out. The guy's name is John Malone, TKI. And he said it. And nobody's upset about it. To me, that's almost threatening the life of, or putting the idea threatening the life of a government official, if you ask me. I think it's a lot worse than what anything I've ever said. Just want to keep pointing these things out because the government continues to go after me. What was I going to do when I got back to you? You want to take a phone call, Jim?
You were going to talk to me about Letterman, but we haven't talked to anybody today, so maybe we ought to do that. I don't know.
You know, I just saw out there is our black intern.
Oh, yes, we must straighten that out, because I feel very uncomfortable now.
Hey, why don't you ask him to come in?
Okay.
What's his name?
To take
Dennis.
this.
Dennis? How come you don't give me anyone's name? Seriously, what happened during the gay segment?
Howard, I thought we were going to take a break right here, and then I was going to give you his name.
Who?
Dennis, the intern.
No, how come you don't give me the gay guys' names?
I did not think that you were interested in their last names. I really didn't.
How could you think that? Seriously, discuss that with me. If you have a guest, you're the producer of the show.
Right.
I got two guys coming in, and even the third guy, Bob. I don't know. Come on in, Dennis.
But we had Bob Smith's name written down.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying Bob Smith is the only guy I've met before. I've never met these two gentlemen before. They're coming in. They participated in the Gay Olympics. How could you think I wouldn't want to know their names?
I did give you their names. I just didn't give you their last names.
Yeah, but why wouldn't I give their last names?
I just didn't think it was a big deal. I'm sorry. I apologize.
How could you think that's not a big deal?
He doesn't even question his thought processes.
No, he won't. He will still.
No, Robin, I have a pain in the ass like you to question it for me. You're my conscience.
I just wonder why you would.
What do you mean, shut up?
That.
Why should she shut up? Where are you going? Now sit back down there.
I'm gone.
Why are you gone?
I don't need to be.
I want to discuss your job. How dare you?
Oh, he's so funny.
Did he just run out?
Yes.
I don't know.
Dennis, let me ask you something. You put the headphones on. Here's a guy. He's been in radio 3 days now. Dennis. Let me ask you something. And tell me, give me the God's honest truth for this. Give me an answer to this in the most honest way you can. Even though you lied about being Puerto Rican and you're really black.
Okay.
Right, listen to me.
He did?
No. Oh. I'm just kidding. If you were the producer of this show, and you had 3 guests coming in, 3 guests who I've never met, would you just give me their first names, or would you give me their first and their last name?
Howard, you really want me to answer that?
Yeah.
I have to work with this man all day.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just answer. I'm not in relation to Gary. Forget Gary. I'm saying
pretend nothing happened, and you just asked this question.
It's like David Letterman. Like if you were the producer of the David Letterman show, David Letterman doesn't know every guest's name, so he goes, they put it on a card for him. He goes, now, ladies and gentlemen.
He knows the guest. Believe me, they will have your last name printed on your card tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is our first guest, Howard.
Howard who?
Wouldn't people go, Howard? What was he, Cher? I mean, what's his last name? Both, Ed is here from show business. I'm saying, wouldn't you say, wouldn't you...
If I was bringing in guests, I would say this guy, and I would give the full name. Yes.
You would give a full name?
Yes.
It would make sense. Now, let's say you forgot to write down the full name, and I'm your boss, and I say to you, Fafa Flowley. Pretend your name is Fafa Flowley.
Okay.
Fafa Flowley, why wouldn't you give me both names? Would you storm out of the room? Would you say it never occurred to me?
I forgot, or I didn't think it was a good idea. I just didn't think it was necessary.
I mean, wouldn't you say, gee, I screwed up?
I'm sorry, Bolf.
No, he can't admit he's wrong.
That was a dumb mistake, and I will never make it again.
Gary, a Spanish guy is smarter than you. Okay? How do you say Fafa Flowley in Spanish?
That's a good question. I have
no
idea.
idea.
There is no translation.
Anyway, for those of you who watch our TV show, clearly when this is now on TV, you will see that this gentleman here, it's easy. You were shocked. Let me tell the story. You look as black as any black guy I know. And I was talking about we have a whole crop of new interns. We have a gay intern. And I said, we have a black intern. So Dennis gets a hold of me in the hall, and he says, hey, I just want to correct you. you keep saying you have a black intern. I think you might be referring to me. Like, totally shocked. Like he's never heard this before.
Was this true? I couldn't even believe you would even broach this subject.
No, it's true. It's not exactly like Howard said. It's not like I pulled him off to a side or anything.
No, you were helping me down with some stuff.
And I wasn't shocked by it. I just wanted to point it out to you. So if you spoke about me again,
he says, "Listen, I want to point something out." He says, "I've been listening to you on the show, and you keep referring to this black intern, and I think you're talking about me. I'm not sure." And I said,
surely we're not the first people to make this mistake.
No, this happens a lot. That's one of the reasons why I pointed it out.
Now, if you're watching on your TV, I haven't darkened him in like Time Magazine.
Are you sure that this is not an O.J. Simpson thing where you darkened him up?
No, this is his skin tone. This is his skin tone. I'll tell you one thing. You speak better than Fa Flowley.
Let me just ask you this, Howard. Why do you think I'm black? I mean, just by
have
my
you
color?
seen yourself?
Look in the mirror. I mean, anybody.
Robin.
How would I know?
I mean, so anybody who's dark skinned is black to you, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think that's correct.
Now, you say you're Puerto Rican. Your pappy was black or your mammy? I mean, I don't know.
What did your parents look like?
By the way, don't adjust your TV. This is it. This is the guy. This is Dennis.
As light as he gets.
First of all, Dennis has very kinky black man hair. He has full black skin.
Okay, now about the black skin, I do have dark skin. I've seen blacker than this, though. Much blacker.
There is blacker than that in the deep Congo somewhere. There's deep. But other than that, I have not seen blacker skin than that.
You object to the term black?
No, not at all.
But you're not black.
Okay, listen.
Do you or Puerto Rican friends all think you're black? When you walk through
my Puerto Rican friends, I tell them that a lot of people think I'm black, and they say, no, it's obvious to me you're Puerto Rican.
Well, we had a Puerto Rican woman in here yesterday, our receptionist, Nancy, and she said until you told her she didn't know you weren't black.
Okay, now I'm not going to say everybody knows what I am.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, let me just put it this way.
Let's put it this way. Hakeem Olajuwon would pass you the magic beads out in the jungle. You need these, brother, magic beads.
You're never going to be thrown out of a Farrakhan meeting.
No, you would never be. You completely look black. There's nothing Puerto Rican looking about you.
Oh, no, I don't necessarily agree with that.
What is the Puerto Rican part of you?
I know what it is. You're upset. You think Puerto Ricans are better than blacks. Let's be honest.
No. Let me tell you right now.
You're upset that people.
You might as well go ahead and be black.
I'm upset.
You realize in your bloodline you must have black in you.
No, I'm not denying that at all.
Is your father this dark?
Yes.
And your mother?
My mother's, I think, a little lighter than me, not much.
Yeah.
You're black. Your parents are black.
Okay,
you're a black Puerto Rican.
Let me explain this to you if I can.
Okay.
Okay, now, Puerto Ricans, okay, they
Imagine if you had to explain what you were this much.
You can't do it. That's the whole beauty of it.
You can't win this one.
You got to be whatever you look like.
I might not be able to win this one, but let me give you my explanation.
All right, go ahead. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay? Puerto Ricans come from the island of Puerto Rico, obviously, and that became when the people who were on the island, the Native Americans who were living there before the Spanish came, okay? The Spaniards from Spain.
Wait, you're a history major?
No, I just
want to know all this before we can determine what you are?
No, let me tell you something. For the audience at home who's listening on radio, this guy is as black as, let me give you a celebrity he's as black as Bill Cosby.
How about Wesley Snipes?
He's about a shade lighter than Wesley Snipes.
Denzel Washington.
Wesley Snipes is so black, he's almost purple. All right? He goes off the scale.
Wait a minute. How about Denzel Washington?
He's darker than Denzel Washington.
He's darker than Denzel.
His eyes are black. Look at it. You have black eyes.
My eyes are brown, Howard.
No, those are black eyes.
Brown. I think I know.
I think we know. We're looking at you. You're not.
Look. Yeah. I never deny that I have black in me. All Puerto Ricans have black in me.
You are mostly black.
Yeah, you are 99% black and have a little bit of a Puerto Rican accent. You don't have a black dialect.
If I have three types of races in me.
Look at the palms of your hands. You're black. That's a black man's hands.
You see, Howard, you're labeling me black because of my skin. Now, if you say I'm dark-skinned, therefore you call me black, fine. But racially, I feel I'm Puerto Rican.
Well, you can feel any way you want. To us, you're black, and that's it. You're the black intern.
Why are you fighting this tide?
Yeah, you're losing this battle.
I just want. Again, I might lose the battle, but I just wanted to have my say if you let me have it.
Yes, you have it.
Okay, I'm a mixture.
No one understands it.
I'm a mixture of a lot of things, which is Indian.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I mean.
Indian. Every black guy says he's Indian. Yeah. All right, you're Indian? Yeah, he's a Blackfoot Indian.
There's about a smidge of Indian.
Yeah, he's a Blackfoot Indian.
Let me just get this out, and you guys can cut me up for as long as you want.
Hey, here's the deal.
You know when you're doing a recipe and you say, I want a dash of this and a smidge of that.
Yeah, I'm a smidge of... Every black guy I know says he's an Indian or a Puerto Rican.
That's right.
Actually, most black people I know say they're black, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm Creole now.
Say this. Repeat after me.
Oh, boy.
I is slouching in the back seat with this gun here.
And I see OJ.
You know, you look like a little bit Spike Lee, but a little darker.
I've heard that before. I don't take kindly to that.
Really?
No.
Well, I don't say you're like Spike Lee.
You don't look exactly like it.
Yeah.
Okay. But listen, Howard.
What's your last name?
Lopez.
Oh, Lopez.
Yes.
Oh, there's a kicker.
It's Lopez.
Black Lopez. You're from the Black Lopez tribe in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Howard, I got it on my family T-shirt, which has my family tree on the back of it. If you'd be interested.
Oh, is that right? You got a family tree?
He actually has a T-shirt that says Lopez on it because that's the only way people know he's Puerto Rican.
No.
Right.
Actually, I don't like the shirt too much because it's pretty ugly. But I thought I'd just wear it to show you my Puerto Ricanness, if you will.
Right.
So I'm going to stand up and show it to you.
Okay.
Sure.
See. Very nice. That proves everything.
Is the tree all gnarly and bent?
Yeah. There's a tree that has barbed wire in it.
It's like a pretzel.
It's all confused.
All right, Robin, I really appreciate it.
All right. Anyway, the point is...
Sorry, you brought it up.
Listen, if it offends you to be known as black, I'll call you Puerto Rican.
It doesn't offend me at all. I know that I'm black. All I'm saying is that I prefer to be called Puerto Rican because that's what I feel I am.
All right.
Good enough?
See, senor.
See, let me see how I feel today. See what you should call me.
Right. I don't know. You know, I know what a Puerto Rican looks like. It's like Nancy, the receptionist.
Yeah.
She's got like a tan.
Mm-hmm.
And she speaks like me. You know what I mean?
But Howard, that's not true. All Puerto Ricans don't look like that. Puerto Ricans come in.
I have never seen a Puerto Rican as black as you.
No,
I'll be honest with you.
They come in all shades,
Puerto
Howard.
Rico.
They come in all shades.
You're a black Puerto Rican.
I can accept that.
All right, we'll all agree to that then. Now we've come to an agreement.
And sometimes we just chop it off and say you're black.
Yeah, and Robin, you're Italian.
I'm from Southern Italy.
If he's Puerto Rican, you're Italian. That's all I'm going to say
I'm
about
Portuguese.
it. Right. Well, anyway, I want to thank Dennis Lopez, our new intern. Welcome to the show.
We certainly didn't mean any harm. We had no idea. There was no way of knowing.
Sure we did. You know it bugs Puerto Rican guys to say they're black.
Listen, I'm not taking any offense at this. It was an aside to Howard, and he made it into this.
Man, Jimmy, if you had a choice, what would you steal first, a chicken or a car? This will determine. This is a trick question. Go ahead. What would you steal first?
Well, I'll take the hubcaps first.
Would you steal the chicken or the car?
I'm not a thief, Howard.
All right, very good. That's what I wanted to know. All right, anyway, Dennis, thank you for coming in, and I'm going to take a break, Robin.
Does he have problems with the police because they think he's black?
Of course. The police identify him as black, right? How many times have you been pulled over when you're driving and stuff?
I've never been pulled over. I don't have any trouble with the police.
Really?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
All right. They identify you as Hispanic immediately.
Yeah, how do they know you're Hispanic?
I want to know what their rules are.
Right.
Well, whatever.
They must see his license and see Lopez on it and go, this is a stolen license. You just put his picture in
vanity plate.
Right, vanity. All right, very good. Dennis, to me, you're a black Puerto Rican.
That is
what we'll agree
You know, if you want to be white, just let us know.
No, I don't want to be white.
If you want to be identified as a Puerto Rican, you should wear a sombrero so people know. I had no idea. Very good. All right. Dennis, our new intern who works very hard and actually is a very good intern.
Puerto Rican intern. I think this is a first.
Yes. It's our first anyway. Our first black Puerto Rican.
All right, thanks, Howard. I really enjoy it here.
Did you? Good.
Yes.
Well, you'd be the first. Seeing as how we all hate it. All right, we'll be back right after this.
With the Howard Stern Show.
Every time I go to pick my nose, I realize that camera's on me. Papa Floli, I guess you calmed down now after I picked on you. Did you really think I was wrong?
I just think that it's something that doesn't need to be discussed on the radio.
Really?
Yes.
But what is it about you that you can never admit you're wrong?
I did say I was wrong. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd want my
But how many times are we going to go through this?
But it doesn't matter.
No, but I mean, how many times are we going to talk about writing?
As many times as it takes to get it on camera.
No, I mean, seriously. It happened the other day, and I didn't even bring it up on the air. You know, you say don't bring it up on the air, but, like, who the heck did we have on the other day? It wasn't anyone famous, but it was just somebody whose name I wouldn't know. If you just slip me a piece of paper, I'll have an idea.
You know what? I give you a piece of paper a lot, and a lot of times it gets buried under your other paper. Seriously,
No.
Jackie can attest to that. I've given you papers.
So you gave me a paper today. What happened? It got buried?
No, you had it right in front of you.
Oh, but what was it missing?
It was missing one of the last names, because the other guy doesn't use the last name. Two last names.
Right. It was missing two last names.
Okay. But one guy doesn't use one.
Yeah, but so what?
He decided that all of them would then have to be first names.
No, I'll tell you what he decided. Hey, it's a bunch of gay guys. They probably don't want their last names on there.
No, I didn't decide. It wasn't anything like that.
Oh, of course. You're prejudiced.
Oh, yeah, right.
Jay Basher.
Look who's talking.
Oh, I'm prejudiced?
You're the one who advocated smashing a gay guy's head against the wall once. I didn't.
Oh, when did I do that?
I'll pull the tape. There was a gay guy on the phone. He said, I'm going to take your head and smash it against the wall.
I didn't say it because he was gay, you moron. Do I have to explain the show to you, you retard?
Then why would you want to do that?
Because I want to smash everyone's head against the wall regardless.
I was giving him a hard time, obviously.
Oh.
You know what? You are a gay basher.
I'm not.
You absolutely are.
You don't see the line.
Based on what?
Based on the fact how homophobic you are.
I'm not homophobic.
Like when guys dig you and stuff, you like freak out.
First of all, I don't freak out. And second of all, if I did freak out, how does that constitute gay bashing? Gay bashing is a physical thing.
Because I've heard you, because I saw you on the New Year's Eve tape say you wanted to bash that guy who just shoved a banana in his face.
I said I'd like to kick his ass, but that had nothing to do with him being gay.
All right, sure.
I just wanted to kick his ass because he annoyed me.
All right, fine, if that's your truth.
You just proved yourself
It's really
wrong.
funny that you would hear me say, you're like every listener, you would hear me say on the air to a gay guy, I want to smash your head into the wall.
And decide it was because he was gay.
You said if I smash your head into the wall, maybe it'll make you straight.
Yeah, well, that's different. Maybe I was trying to help the guy. You don't know anything. You know what? You're saying a lot of things that I haven't seen the transcript of. How dare you?
You own the transcript.
You think I'm anti-homosexual?
No, I really don't. But I think that comes across on the air, but people don't understand it. You're not.
Hello?
What? Explain what you just said. I think that comes across on the air, but I don't think...
People don't understand.
Right, you act like you are, and that's what people think you are.
I don't act like I am.
I know that you're not.
Why do you say I act like I am?
Because there are some people who hear you make jokes about gays and don't see it for the humor that it is.
Some people like you?
Yeah, you don't get it.
What's that, Robin?
Some people like you.
I don't even see you. No, I know Howard's kidding around. But
I'm not gay bashing at all.
He's never gay bashed.
I know.
At all.
He's gay bashed in jest.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
He's never done that.
Where have I done that?
Here.
When?
When you said you'd like to take that guy's head and smash it against the wall and make him straight. But I knew you were kidding. But you did say that.
Yeah, but I wasn't gay bashing.
What is that?
Depends how you say it. You say something where you go...
You're taking it out of context.
Right. I mean, if you print that...
This whole show's taken out of context. I understand that.
Listen, you know what it is? Your teeth are captivating.
Talking to him.
I don't know. Get out of here.
I didn't ask to be talked to.
Just do me a favor.
And I certainly didn't ask to talk to you, baby.
Write down the last names and the first names of all the guests and hand them to me on a piece of paper when they walk in.
I always do.
And don't
You didn't do it today.
Right, but you're actually...
You say you always do and then you don't do it.
Always except for today.
You know what it is? He thought about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think about it.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm thinking about Robin bashing.
Nice.
Funky. I don't think that's illegal or racist or anything.
If looks could kill.
I have some good wind, but I want to do it on Monday around 8 o'clock when everyone's here.
You want to have prime time.
Right, prime time.
I have decided, by the way, and you can't change my mind anyway. I've decided that the statute of limitations runs out on Tuesday after the show. Because if you don't do it by Tuesday, I don't agree to the bet anymore.
What?
Because I don't have to.
You don't have
to. You made a bet. What are you saying? You're not going to abide by a bet?
By Tuesday, after the show, I don't have to sit here and be tortured. You said you would do it.
There was no time. I have my one shot to do it. I'm waiting till I feel I have a good guess.
You better have it by Tuesday after the show.
No way.
You can't.
I will fire you if you don't accept your guess.
Fire me.
I'm going to fire you.
I dare you.
You're off the show. Tuesday, you're off the show if I haven't done it in your face yet.
Gary, let me tell you something. You can change the bet before the actual event, but you can't change the bet after.
Yeah, all of a sudden you make rules. Don't make rules.
I can do whatever I want, Robin.
No, you can't.
You can.
I am not allowing squelchers on my show. That's one thing I...
Squelchers, Howard.
Squelchers. You squelch my ability to think of the right words. You bastard. You big-toothed idiot. Get out of here. Now you've annoyed me. Get out. You don't set the rules for anybody on any bet. Get out. Out.
Tuesday at 11.
Get out. We'll see about it. I'm going to fart and Wednesday at 11. What do you think of that?
Well, you'll be all by yourself.
Yeah, I won't. I'll drag your ass in here, tie you down with a rope, and sit on your head. What do you think of that? You annoy me.
I've never seen anybody like him.
Get out. Now you can leave.
What's that?
Get out.
Leave?
Out.
Go?
Get. Yeah, Mr. Dope.
He's amazing.
He's like a retard.
There's a statute of limitations.
You're gonna blast him one.
Oh, I hope you make it a real good one too.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it for you, baby.
Oh.
Let's do some news.
Okay.
Do we want to take a break first so you can get yourself together?
Do that?
Obviously, you're upset after what's
Well,
happened.
yeah, who could think with Gary carrying on? He's got you being a gay basher, and then he understands you, but nobody else does.
Yeah, amazing. and all I want him to do is write down the names of the guests. I've been having this argument with him for 10 years.
But today he thought it wouldn't be necessary.
But
no particular reason.
No, he just decided that I should be without names. Same battle every week. Same battle.
Every day.
I can't get him to write down names, no matter how many. You know what it is? Because he doesn't take me seriously.
But he always does it.
But he doesn't.
Every time but this time.
You tell him to do something, and he gets so mad at Robin that he forgets what he told him. Maybe that's
But how smart do you have to be to write down some people's names? You walk up to them, you get their names. In fact, when they come in, they sign a release. You copy it down right off the sheet of paper.
Sure.
Make it a habit.
But that's
but then it's
standard.
the next day.
Oh, I see.
It's standard that you give the names, even of people you know.
Irritates me so much. All right, I'm going to take a break.
He won't come in here now.
No, he shouldn't. Let me take a break, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. You put an ad in the newspaper, and a guy named Alcavius Herring comes to your house to buy your car?
Run
and move your town like they did in that episode of Superman. Remember that?
Take the whole town.
The original Superman with the best episode. I once came into Rob and I said, I watch all the old Supermans because that's my favorite show.
I have to if I'm clicking around and I see an old Superman episode, I have to stop and watch it.
And if you see, the original Clark Kent was the best. That guy, that big fat guy.
George Reeves.
George Reeves,
yes.
George Reeves was the kind of guy who, I guess after the first 3 shows, didn't care about his appearance, and he put on that pair of tights, and his blubber would be hanging over his tights.
He looked like Jackie.
Yeah, it'd be hanging over his utility belt.
His greatest feat was holding up his double chin.
Yeah. Big truck tire around his waist. You're
sucking
Superman.
It in all the time.
Hi, Lois. Hi, Lois. What's the matter, Superman? I'm sucking in my stomach.
He wanted to stay in that suit more and more. Be Clark Kent all the time.
Yeah. Notice there was less Superman, more Clark Kent. I remember the episode where he was fighting the mole man. I thought his whole gut was going to bounce off the floor.
The funniest thing to me was that the little red piece in the middle started to become boxer shorts.
No, the red underpants that he wore over his tights. He pulled it up to his nipples to try to make it look.
They got so huge they started to resemble boxers.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be little tights, little Speedo.
Yeah, big giant red briefs.
In the beginning, he'd stand there with his fists
at his side.
Sink into his sides.
Yeah. Big tires.
And he was in good shape when the show started.
Superman, what are you eating? Superman, I thought you guys were supposed to be hungry.
Yeah, maybe he's eating rubber.
He's eating kryptonite.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, though, but the best episode was there was these guys, these criminals, who had a town on wheels.
Yes.
Remember that?
And they kept moving it around.
And Jimmy Olsen went by the town, and they set up a phony speed trap, and they threw him in jail. Superman had to come get him out of this phony baloney jail. That's what Superman's busy chasing Jimmy Olsen halfway across the planet.
You'd think that he'd have more important things to do.
Why those two never kissed, I don't know. Boy, if Jimmy didn't look like he had the biggest heart-on for Superman.
The whole world's blown up and he's saving one moron.
Yeah, one moron. All he had to do was pay the $50 fine and would have been over with. Then Lois Lane gets captured in the speed trap.
Yeah, somehow everybody was always locked up or in a cave with a rock over the front of it.
Inspector Henderson got picked up by the guys. They pick up, Inspector Henderson finally figures what's going on, so he zooms past the town. They go to arrest him, and he goes, I'm Inspector Henderson. The guy goes, who cares?
You're locked up, too.
Yeah, idiot.
Because they had the phony judge and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, Superman. There was a town here yesterday.
Yeah, that was great. Who wrote that? Who's the guy who spent his entire career?
A 5-year-old watching it going, what he's doing.
I don't know, Superman. I swear there was a town here yesterday. Jimmy, I think you've been doing acid.
I love the one where Perry White was convinced that he saw a ghost.
Yeah, that was Great Caesar's Ghost.
Great Caesar's Ghost. It finally comes.
Perry White kept saying, and he was the good Perry White, not like the one on the new Superman. Perry White was just sitting there, and every time he'd say Great Caesar's Ghost, everyone said, hey, Perry, you shouldn't say that. It's terrible to make fun of Caesar's ghost. And it was like, hey, this isn't Jesus Christ. It's Caesar's ghost we're talking about here. We're talking about Caesar's ghost. But everyone's like, don't say Caesar's ghost. Don't say it.
Wrong.
It's so wrong to say Caesar's ghost. I'm a little kid watching this going, why is it wrong to say Caesar's ghost? So anyway, to make a long story short, they give Perry some pills so he starts feeling ill.
Yeah.
While he's at home, some dude, some criminal, some cheap crook, dresses up as Caesar's ghost and stands at Perry's window and goes, Perry. I'm Caesar's ghost. And he's like, oh, my God. This guy's the head of a major newspaper, a metropolitan newspaper. It's obviously. And Perry White gets out of bed and the guy's gone.
Yes.
And Superman takes him 20 minutes to figure out where this guy is.
He finally has to come in and look through a wall.
Yeah.
To find Great Caesar's ghost.
Tough crime.
Did you ever see the one where Superman finally has to tell Jimmy and Lois that he's Superman, and then he sprays him in the face with an aerosol can that makes him forget?
Yeah, that's great. And in that little closet of an office, they're the only 3 reporters on the whole newspaper, and Clark Kent barely has an office in that bad typewriter. And then at the end, so now you get to see Jimmy and Lois know, and then he just takes this aerosol can, he sprays it in their face, and they forget everything.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Although I still think George Reeves' greatest appearance ever might have been on I Love Lucy.
That was the best.
That was good.
Because he was real big and fat then.
I still say the Mole Men when he fought the guys from underneath the planet with a vacuum cleaner. They had the Mole Men come out of the ground with a vacuum cleaner, and and it's supposed to be like a special thing. And they turn the vacuum cleaner on Superman, and he actually gets weak.
Yes, they suck out his power.
But it's an actual vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
They didn't modify it at all.
No, not at all. Superman, back up. Oh, don't worry, Jimmy and Lois. Guy turns on his vacuum cleaner, and Superman passes out. I used to love when he would jump out that window at the office of the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
And he was so fat he'd jiggle. And then he flew out that stupid utility window.
Barely left the ground when he...
Yeah. It was a custodial closet. I would have loved for them to stay on the camera while he changed.
The best was that look he always used to give to each side before he rushed into the closet.
Or the look he gave before he even went to fly.
Yank his tie.
Yeah. He's always giving that double look.
Yes.
Yeah, yank his tie. He did it in a rush. He's Superman. He's yanking his tie.
And he always landed so awkwardly because he was so big.
Yeah. And those giant boots. They look like size 15. Look like Herman Munster boots. All dirty on the bottom.
The whole sound stage like, boom.
Well, he was the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Still very heavy.
Didn't have much in his pants, I'll tell you that. Yeah, there were some really good episodes on that show.
Yeah.
None seem to come to mind right now, but all of them were funny.
Remember the clown, the twins? You're not crackers.
Oh, that was great. That's maybe one of the best ones. The Crackers the Clown episode. Did you see that?
No, I don't remember this one.
See, Crackers. There's this Crackers. The Daily Planet's holding a telethon for kids.
I can't believe you remember.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode 900 times.
This escapes me.
Superman, is Clark Kent is involved in this telethon.
Yeah.
And it's a whole big deal. They have cameras. They have a 2-camera shoot and the whole thing.
Right.
They hire Crackers the Clown, who's like the most beloved clown, and everyone loves him. He's like the Elvis of clowns. And to have Crackers the Clown, they're carrying on Crackers the Clown.
Such a big deal, huh?
As Cracker the Clown is on his way to the telethon, one of those bad thugs, the guy who showed up every week.
Same guy.
Same guy. He smacks Crackers over the head with a pipe.
And replaces
and
him?
steals his clown makeup and costume. And he goes
in the same basement.
Yeah, in the same stupid basement they lock everyone up in. And they...
That was the same basement.
Crackers comes in and he pulls a gun on the telethon, and Clark Kent's like, "Oh my God, what do? I can't change it to Superman here." So Crackers steals all the kids' money for the telethon.
Oh man,
it's great.
That's so sad.
Evil clown. You know what's another great episode?
What's that?
When that goofy professor guy,
Periwinkle.
Oh yes.
figures out how to turn.
I know. Sand into gold.
Into gold.
Oh, that was a great one.
And what was
that
the
little
ending?
box?
The end. He said, "Well, it was like $15 million worth of sand to get $5 million worth of gold."
Only one writer and
yeah.
You know what? One of the comedians said the best thing about
the box looked like a dishwasher.
Right.
Then he converted everything in.
He was always inventing great things.
Yeah, it was like a cardboard box. He just slides some sand through the cardboard box and made gold ore.
Little drawer came out on the other side.
Every 3 weeks, the box did something else.
Yeah, the box. It was a cardboard box.
So, you know what somebody said about that show? They said, you could never believe it was a major metropolitan newspaper, 4 employees, and 3 of them were tied up in a cave every week.
Yeah, right? How'd they ever get a paper out?
You think about that show, I cannot remember a special effect.
No,
there was no special effect.
Puffs of smoke once in a while.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Well, there was a puff of smoke when they turned the gold ore.
Right.
It blew up. The machine blew up.
Right.
How about the one where the best one is, one of the best ones. I shouldn't keep saying the best one. Yeah. This guy, Chuck Connors.
I was going to say the one with the mule.
Yeah, Chuck Connors comes to Metropolis, and his name is Superman.
Right. That's just his name.
Yeah, his legal name is Superman. And he's there to challenge the real Superman because he wants his name back. And it ends up Chuck Connors takes his mule to Alaska.
Yeah.
With a cake?
With a cake.
Yeah.
For some criminal.
For a criminal. One of the crooks says, I have a bet. You got to get this pie. My mother baked a pie. Get this to the crook in Alaska. So the guy with his mule goes to Alaska, delivers the cake. Superman, I don't even know why Superman bothered with him. He had to find the crooks. Superman was up to a lot of lame stuff.
Of course, the best part was the criminal would shoot the gun, and all the bullets would bounce off of Superman. Then he would throw the gun at him.
Yeah, that was always a good move.
Like that's gonna help.
Would have been great if that had knocked him out.
No, you don't shoot the bullets, you throw the gun.
Every criminal had the same MO. 6 bullets, throw the gun at Superman and watch it bounce.
And run.
But you know what the best was to me? Every time they locked Superman up in one of those stupid jail cells, those rubber bars
they had to bend.
Get through.
Like a gorilla.
Oh,
wait. The best one was Lois and Jimmy go to Africa.
Oh, yeah.
And they get captured by this black guy.
Olajuwon.
Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon. The black guy takes Jimmy and hypnotizes Jimmy's mother.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Lois, so that they become slaves.
Right. And they're like zombies.
And at the end, like it's obvious a white guy in blackface, but the natives are so stupid they don't realize that he's not a black guy. And Superman comes off at the end and reveals that the black guy's been in blackface. It's a white man.
It's so funny. His eyes were like shining.
Yeah.
Because his face was so black.
Remember Jimmy had paper chains on and he thought they were real metal?
Right.
That was the high budget show.
Chains.
That was the big special effect, paper chains.
And those were the paper chains we made in kindergarten.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of people don't know it. Our general manager, Tom, played one of the zombies in that
And they never snapped them out.
No. Did you see that episode?
No, I never saw that one. That sounds great.
It's a real good one. Jimmy's locked up in the mines, and he's doing the will of this bad white guy.
Right, because everybody keeps bringing everybody to this white guy. He's like the wizard.
Yeah. It's cool.
It was very.
I have gas. You want it?
If you need to.
No, well, let's wait till Monday.
I read in the paper the other day that Jimmy Olsen's life mate died.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We talked about that.
Who was it, Professor Winkle?
No, it was another actor. It's another actor.
It was like a writer or a producer.
Yeah, it was like a he wrote screenplays.
Yeah.
It's sort of odd to read.
I can't believe Jimmy was gay. He did have a twinkle in his eye.
I always thought he had the hots for Perry White.
May December relationship. We got to do some news.
All right.
It gets serious. No more Superman.
Worst show ever.
Superman show is the worst show. I'd love to go on TV and just do another Superman, but do it bad like that.
Yeah, do it real cheesy. With all those fake special effects.
Great Caesar's Ghost. Just like Lost in Space, where they used to have spaghetti strainers chasing Will Smith. Spaghetti strainer. Look out, Will. It's an intergalactic bucket.
An intergalactic bucket.
Yeah.
It really was a bucket.
Yeah, it's a spaghetti strainer. What do they call that thing?
Like a colander.
A colander.
Right.
A colander. 29-cent colander. Chasing Will Smith through space.
A nuclear mixer.
Golly, Miss Lane.
Golly.
See, you'd have so much better stuff now. Microwaves could be your
enemy.
Instruments of torture.
Hold it. There's a microwave in here.
You see the one with the photo enlarger?
Yeah.
They get the guy on the table, and they have a photo enlarger turned upside down, and they're pointing razor light out of him.
Yeah. Which one was that?
All of them.
On this Lost in Space, you mean?
Yeah, they used to use that stuff all the time on Lost in Space. They captured him and put the photo enlarger on him.
Yeah. There's that cool book about with the stuff they used to use. What's the name of that book?
I can't remember, but I know that they said that they had such a tight budget that one of the guys used to drive through L.A. and, pick stuff out of the garbage.
Right.
And he thought that they could use it, and they would raid other shows' garbage and pull it in to use it.
Yeah, and use it to chase around the Lost in Space crew.
It would be interesting to track that garbage and see where these things show up.
Yeah. And it's pretty wild. Anyway, you were doing the news, Robin.
Yes, well, I guess we have to start off with O.J. We began the week with O.J. We might as well end the week with O.J. I'm a little bit O.J. saturated.
Are you sick of O.J.?
Yeah, I think I've had enough.
Me too. I just wish they'd electrocute him already. Be done with it.
Well, we do have to have a trial first.
That's going to be fun, the trial.
The interesting things that happened yesterday was that the district attorney of Los Angeles decided now he's going to stop all the leaks.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that it's really getting ridiculous, and O.J. may not be able to get a fair trial if this stuff keeps up.
I don't think O.J.'s going to have a fair trial. He's
very upset about the release of those 911 tapes showing O.J. marauding through his wife's house, screaming epithets.
Meanwhile, I didn't think O.J. looked that bad in those tapes. I yell at my wife like that all the time.
Well, then you have a pretty sad household.
Yeah. Ask my wife.
You don't yell like that.
All the time.
First of all, you don't come through, you don't break the door down.
No, I don't break the door down.
Before you come in screaming like that.
Bring me that tape of O.J. yelling at his wife. It wasn't that bad. Come on, he was just yelling at his wife.
That was through the phone. He wasn't even in the same room with her.
He wasn't smacking her, though.
She was afraid he was.
They should have doctored the tape to make it sound worse.
You are awful. You know what?
Let me show you.
If your children are living through that, they're going to grow up to be axe murderers, and they should be taken away from you.
Okay. Does that mean I can go out to dinner now without hiring babysitters and looking all over the country for one?
You're looking for that.
Yes. Give them a good home, please.
Thank you.
I love those kids. Hold on. I'll play a little bit from it. Cue up to like the middle.
Where O.J. starts screaming.
Yeah. Where O.J.
and you
yells.
can really hear him.
Okay.
Domestic violence, 325 South Gretna Greenway. The suspect has returned in a white Bronco. Monitor comments. Incident 4221. Okay, Nicole. Is he still outdoors or he's in the backyard?
You got to fast forward.
You got to hear when O.J. yells.
Yeah. Because you don't think this is bad. You're crazy.
No, I don't think it's that bad. You expect O.J. to be like, punching her and stuff.
No. Why would you expect that? See, you, who had everybody pre-sell you the tape, decided it was much worse than it was. If you had heard this for the first time, you would understand the impact. Unfortunately, you heard it last.
Yeah, I was the last.
Had everybody tell you how great it was.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like disappointed. I wanted to hear like,
phone number, and I gave him my phone book and was
Open that door, baby. I was about to crack this here barbecue grill over your pretty blonde hand, you honky.
Okay, so basically you guys have just been arguing.
Oh, there he goes.
Do you hear what he's saying?
No.
He says, I'm O.J. I worked my ass off for this family.
Yeah.
And she, a white girl, is doing something.
That's how I yell at my wife, except for the white girl thing. I go, I work my ass off for everyone around here. What is this? Meanwhile, the guy's looking for his golf shoes. That's all. Damn it, why can't I find my... Come on.
Damn it, why can't I find my golf shoes?
Meanwhile, she's on the phone to the police. Thanks a lot.
Where my golf shoes at, baby? Where my golf... Damn it, I leave this thing here all day. Where my golf shoes at? Honey, what you doing? I'm on the phone to the police. Oh, the golf shoes? What the hell you doing, baby?
I actually expected it to sound much worse.
You actually thought you'd hear him beating her.
Right now? Okay, just a moment.
Listen to that. I yell like that.
You do not.
I do, Robin.
Why don't you stop lying?
I swear.
Your wife wouldn't put up with this.
She does all the time.
I hope she calls in.
It's not that bad.
Looky here, you. I was about to stuff your white ass into dryer and spin cycle your cheating ass.
Yeah. Are you locked in a room or something? No, he can come right in. I'm not going where the kids are because the kids are...
He's probably just back there yelling about the bicycles in the driveway.
No, he's not.
I done tripped over this here bicycle, damn it. Now, honey, what you doing? Ouch! What the hell you doing, baby? Oh, I'm on the phone to... Who you calling now? But I'm just trying to help you help me, damn it, with my golf shoes.
I need a Band-Aid.
I just tripped over the bicycle. You hear that, officer? Officer? What's your name, baby? What you mean, officer? What you doing over there? You trying to kill the juice? Damn. Call the police again. Can't believe it.
So you don't think this is that bad? O.J. didn't kill his wife.
I don't know. I don't know anything. It just doesn't sound that bad to me. That's all I'm saying.
You don't yell like this. Why don't you stop lying?
You calling those police collect, honey? What? That's a my dime you calling up. I'll beat you like an egg. I'll beat you like an egg. Now, get over here. Get over here, y'all. How dare you. Mama Lucian. Holy mackerel.
I would like to see the day you yell at somebody like that.
Oh, I do. You got to come over to my house, baby.
For 11 minutes?
11, 12, 13 minutes at a clip.
And you act like this out in the yard? You're yelling for all the neighbors to hear?
No, never in front of the yard. Always in private.
Okay. Stay on the line, don't...
I got to wait till Sunday when the housekeeper's gone to yell.
Get up, okay?
Where my Coke? Where my Coke at? You Clorox-headed dope. Look at your Clorox head.
So you call your wife names and you put her down, degrade her.
Yeah, she does.
In a very loud voice so your children can hear.
No, not in front of the kids. I wait till they're asleep.
I can't stand it when you lie.
No,
like
I do.
that.
No, I yell. I get into heated arguments with my wife. I don't hit her, but I certainly yell at her.
What do you mean heated argument?
We, if I can't find stuff in the house, my wife will call in and tell you.
I would like you to demonstrate.
It's something that happens. I mean, you just can't do it.
Could you call me? Then have her call me.
Jackie, you've never yelled like that?
You yell at your wife, she yells at you. That's
right. It's the way
like
it is.
This?
Much worse than this. Seriously, much worse. I swear. Much worse than this.
Yeah, you don't waste it while somebody's on
I
the
don't
phone.
threaten her and say I'm going to kick her ass.
You don't waste it for the phone.
Right.
Really have their full
I mean, it's genuine. I mean, it's like, and it's over stupid stuff, like I can't find stuff.
But they yell back, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, she's not yelling back.
No, my wife starts crying, and then she knows I feel so guilt-ridden that for the rest of the day I'm like...
You reduce your wife to tears.
Oh, sure.
You're ridiculous. I'm not even working with you anymore.
Everyone does.
Yeah, me too. My
Everyone's
wife reduces
full.
Your wife reduces you to tears. She's a ball buster.
Well, I do believe Jackie's battered.
Allison, damn it, where are my Superman comic books? You know I like to improve my mind.
You're telling me that your wife cries?
Once in a while. Maybe once a year I can make her cry.
Full of it.
It's a challenge. It just happens. I'll say something mean in an argument, and she'll start to cry.
You don't go on like this. It'll be 1 second, and then it's over.
Oh, if you say so.
I'm sure of it.
The stern men always yell at their women.
Well, you should be ashamed and embarrassed.
She yells at me.
That's not the point.
It's my point. I don't care if it's a point. I'm not trying to make points. If I try to make points, I'd be off the radio.
What happened to respect?
Oh, please. You haven't been with someone for 20 years.
10 minutes.
And at that rate, I won't be.
You haven't been with someone for 10 minutes.
And that's right. Nobody yells at me.
I've heard you yell at people, my dear.
That's right. I do yell at people, and they should leave me.
I've seen you yell at interns.
And they should leave me. Nobody should put up with that.
Right.
Life lessons from
life lessons from Robin.
All I know is nobody abuses me. That's all I know.
Allison, get back in that kitchen and make me something to eat. What do you mean you don't know where the kitchen is?
It's a horrible life for me. Anyway,
He does. If you're yelling and screaming and carrying on and reducing her to tears.
Oh, like you've reduced every intern that works here to tears.
They don't have to live with me.
Oh, please. They do. They sure do.
They're gone in
I don't want to get life lessons from you right now.
Yeah, you're making that up. You
Making
can't
what up?
produce one intern that I've made cry.
Do you want me to? All right, Monday I'll bring him in.
I didn't say Monday. I said right now.
Oh, that's because they all left.
Gary, like,
Oh, that's right.
So that's the lesson.
It's a lesson. All right, go ahead. I don't want to talk about this. It's much too embarrassing.
Meanwhile, the woman he was seen out with the night before his ex-wife's murder, is going to be on Primetime Live with Diane Sawyer.
That should be interesting.
She says that she doesn't believe that O.J. did this. He would never deny it if he had, she says. And that there's going to be a lot of apologies once everything is known, or at least there'd better be, because he can't believe that a man could have his life ripped out from under him like this.
What school did she go to? BOCES.
That she and O.J. met in 1992.
Yeah.
And that they had a special friendship.
Yeah, he had sex with her and she laid there.
And that she doesn't think he's capable of committing such a crime. He's not a violent person. They asked her if he had ever hit her. She said no, he would never raise a hand to me.
Until he marries her.
Well, that's what you say.
No, O.J. we know for sure he beat his wife. But she sounds like she's in denial, though, don't she?
Yes, very definitely. But you don't want to believe that someone you know intimately could do these things, I'm sure.
So what's she doing now? She's home waiting for the Easter Bunny?
And Santa Claus.
Yeah, and Sandy. Ooh, I got to pass such good gas right now. You want me to do it in Gary's face?
Do you want to do it now?
Kind of late in the show. It's a newscast. That might make the newscast disreputable. This is news, though.
You really want to do it now?
Let me see,
You think instead of Monday at a good time?
Don't blow good.
Wait, let me just think about it.
Feel it out.
Very important decision.
I think this is a whopper.
Really?
Wait. What if it's a dud?
Yeah, you haven't done any. Usually you sputter. And
all right, you want to hear it?
Go ahead. Let's see
what it would have been.
Missed.
Let's see what we missed.
Oh, I'm glad you waited.
Oh, that was a good one.
No,
you don't
I'm
understand.
glad you waited.
You don't know what came out there. That's only what you heard.
There was volume there.
There sure was. Oh, my gosh.
You're dizzy from it.
Robin, the gas mask.
Quickly, please.
All right, well, we'll do it on Monday.
Like the mole men's vacuum.
Anyway, and now as a result of all this OJ information, I'm reading how hard it is to be a man.
I tell you, I feel so dizzy from that. I think OJ's innocent.
This family therapist has now written a book called The Courage to Raise Good Men.
Yeah.
And she says, contrary to popular opinion, that if mothers stay close to their sons, they'll emasculate them.
Right.
And make them grow up to be stunted men.
Yes.
That they should maintain those ties because that allows a man to stay in contact with his own feelings. Men are stripped of their feelings in this society.
Yeah. My mother pussy whips me.
Excuse me?
Is that what you're saying?
No.
No. Thought I was relating.
The reason you're such a good and sensitive man is because you're so close to your mother.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My mother pussy whips me. She calls up. You and Allison have a fight. I would take Allison's side. She's wonderful. And where is your sensitivity? And that's disgusting. You're the father of daughters. Shut up. Oh, boy.
You call your mother on the phone just to talk to her, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
So you haven't cut those ties.
No, I have not.
Most men abandon their mothers. Don't you know that?
No, I hit my mother. I like to beat my mother.
You're ridiculous. I'm not going to have these discussions with you.
They called the police on me the other day. I was beating my mother.
Your mother, not your wife.
No.
It's mother abuse.
My wife I love.
But there are a great many men who want their wives to act like mothers.
Yeah, I know.
And they do totally lose contact with their mother over the years. And this family therapist says that she felt a great sense of loss when her son separated from her, and she was having women come into her counseling sessions complaining of the same type of pain. Men should be allowed to continue their relationships with their mothers and feel proud of it.
So true.
I
suppose, too.
She says that's why men are having so much trouble in our society. They've been taught to win at all costs and separate from their feelings.
Right.
And that, she thinks, is the problem with O.J., if he did what he's being accused of. O.J. Simpson was also the subject of a drug investigation during his career with the Buffalo Bills, according to the Buffalo News.
Wow.
All this stuff comes out now.
Is there anything he didn't do wrong?
Yeah, like now all of a sudden, you knew you were going to hear all kinds of weird stuff about this guy.
Bank robber.
Yeah. In his spare time.
What's next?
Bank robber. Rapist.
Another guy who used to frequent the same bar that O.J. did said that O.J. used cocaine in the 70s but no longer does. He was visited in jail yesterday by Roosevelt Greer.
Oh, no.
Another former football star who's now an ordained minister.
Another klutz. Could have grabbed Sirhan before he shot Bobby Kennedy.
He's always there after the fact.
Yeah, always there with his knitting. That's the big football player who always knits.
Needlepoint.
Needlepoint.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you want for a bodyguard. A needlepoint guy. I don't know.
Big guy.
Wasn't O.J. on the grassy knoll they're now saying? Oh, let me blast into Gary's face. I got a great one.
You got a good one now?
Yeah, Gary, get in here. I want to do it. Let's get it over with.
Well, let me just tell you what Roosevelt Greer said to O.J.
Forget it. I don't want to do it now.
What?
Let me see what it would have been.
Okay.
I won't do it now. Oh.
What, did that slip out?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Or did you fall on the floor?
No, I haven't done it yet. Oh, I got a good one.
You think?
Do it.
Wait, I'll do it. I'll blow it off.
Oh, those aren't good.
That was great. Ooh.
What's
Robin,
funny about that?
Just because what's funny? Guys laugh and women wonder what's funny.
Are they smelling?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with your nose, Fred? It's burned off.
No, because it gets trapped over there. Thank God.
Well, Gary's coming in. You don't have anything to deliver.
No.
What
is it? What do you want?
Somebody said you needed me in here.
No. I'm going to wait till Monday.
He's
I could have blasted.
testing some gas. He's doing some test blasts.
What is this?
Just talking about, your movie and who you're going to cast for it. Not your movie, the movie that you're producing.
Oh. You want to hear this?
What?
What is it, Kathy?
Being the team player that I am, you should see what Gary just stuffed off his nose so that he couldn't smell your gas.
What is it?
Oh.
Well, you thought you were getting your gas?
Yeah, well, somebody said you're going to get blasted, sorry.
So they have a nose full of mentholatum.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so...
Oh, you're such a baby.
Yeah, you sit there and smell it.
This is from Boston Globe. Radio talk show host Howard Stern has big plans for his newly formed film production company. His first project is a movie based on the book Brother Sam by Bill Kinnison, sibling of the deceased comedian. Rumor is that Stern is about to ink Robin Williams to play the lead. He's certainly as frenetic as Sam Kinison, but he'd have to put on some extra weight, a la Robert De Niro playing Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull. More about Stern's plans should come into focus tomorrow night when he's a guest on the David Letterman Show.
Were you planning to make some kind of an announcement?
No, I haven't. I don't know where that came from. I haven't spoken to Robin Williams about anything.
Oh.
Like, I don't think Robin Williams...
So how could you be about to ink?
I'm not even sure what that means. I thought that he actually would be a great Sam Kinison.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never mentioned it on the air because I actually would like to contact him, but I don't know where that came from. Somehow the story got confused. But I just thought, I actually think that if he put on 30 or 40 pounds, he'd
be a great Sam.
He'd walk away with the Academy Award, like sort of like Dustin Hoffman playing Lenny Bruce, or in Raging Bull, the Jake LaMotta character.
Sure.
That would be his Academy Award. Because it would be a serious role, and he'd be able to really stretch and also do stuff as a stand-up comic.
He'd be funny and poignant.
Yeah. I think he'd be great at it, but I certainly haven't inked any deal with anybody.
You haven't talked to anybody?
No, not about playing the role of Sam Kinison. I've gotten a lot of letters from people who want to play the role, but...
People are even sending in pictures.
Yeah. It's kind of cool when you're a producer all of a sudden.
People start asking you for things.
Yeah, for work. Plus, I understand with Robin Williams, you got to speak to the nanny first before you can...
Well, that's no way to start the conversation, Howard.
Hello, is this the nanny?
This is no way to get him to call you.
Robin Williams doesn't like me because I had the nerve to say that he married his nanny.
Which he didn't.
Which he did.
Such a lie.
That is such a lie.
And now you're willing to admit it.
But now I understand the nanny goes, you have to call the house and speak to him through the nanny.
Yes, because she's a manager, collaborator, she's everything.
Yeah. But actually, I will still offer it to him because I think he'd be brilliant in it. And I have a lot of respect for him as an actor.
Let's hope he's big enough to see the opportunity here and ignore that little problem.
It'll be the role of his career. I think. But if the nanny doesn't like it, I don't know.
What are you going to do? Have you called the nanny?
No. Well, my first choice is in jail, OJ. But I think he'd be an excellent Sam Kinison.
Well, OJ talked to Roosevelt Greer yesterday, and Roosevelt says that they just talked about the Bible, and he prayed for him. He wasn't interested in looking at anything else. That's all he wanted to do. He just talked. I prayed with him about his salvation, about knowing who God is, and knowing that there's help in God.
You mean Roosevelt Greer went to visit O.J. Simpson in jail?
Mm-hmm.
And he totally avoided the subject of what's going on. Like, they avoided the fact that O.J.'s in jail.
Right. And he just prayed and talked about the Bible.
He gave O.J. a Bible. O.J. took the Bible, hit himself over the head with it. I'd take that Bible and smack O.J. in the head and go, schmuck, what are you thinking? Didn't they do needlepoint?
I love guys who do that. You're stuck in jail. This is what you got to put up with.
He's bringing a book of fairy tales. It's great. Let me take a break here, Robin.
All right.
And we'll be back with more news.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
By the way, I'll be on Letterman tonight.
That guy never called back.
No. I wonder who's going to be in the green room with me. Baba Booey says he's stopping by to be with me. He always comes by and stands around. I think he's hoping they'll offer him a job. I think my wife originally said she was going to come, but I don't think she's coming. Thank God, because, you know what? It's always a disappointment. Everyone comes. First of all, they build the green room like they're angry at you for coming. I have never... You've been backstage at Letterman.
Yeah.
And, first of all, they put you in a room with a TV set with horrible reception. You can't even see the Letterman show.
And you're on top of everybody else in the green room.
Everyone's piled into the green room, except the really cool people don't come into the green room. Like John Cougar Mellencamp, you won't see him before the show. You won't get to meet him.
No, you're in there with the stupid Petrick people.
Yeah. You walk into... It's unbelievable. You walk into the green room, and it's like some idiot kid and his parents who Dave is going to do a human interest thing with. The world's fastest speller.
The last time we were in there was a woman who submits material to Dave from time to time, and he uses it every once in a while.
Yeah.
She lives in L.A., so they finally let her come and watch from the green room one day.
Yeah.
And Dave was going to meet with her later after the show.
Yeah, so I always end up going into the green room thinking that's where you're supposed to go, but stars aren't supposed to be in the green room.
In the meantime, But
I don't know how to think like a star.
Right, I never understand why they're not in there.
Yeah, why? Where do they go? Do you ever see, like, you usually sit there and wait for me. Do you ever see John Cougar Mellencamp come through there?
No.
So how does he get on? Do you ever see Sharon Stone get into
They sit in their dressing room until the segment producer brings them right through.
Well, I want that.
That's what you should do. You should demand that.
But they don't even go through the green room.
I don't think so, no. No, they don't.
Why am I the only one that goes to the green room?
The only people I've seen in there are like... sort of like B celebrities, like I saw, I don't want to insult anybody, but I saw like Crowded House in there.
Yeah, right.
And I saw like Chris Everett in there, but you don't see Sharon Stone in there.
No, you don't see.
I saw Carl Lewis in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Never Bill Murray, never any of the big people.
And I'm sitting in there with a spelling bee person. And that, listen, not that I think that I'm better than anyone, but why do they think I'm worse than everyone? Why do they not say to me, hey, Howard, you don't sit in the green room. We're going to take you the special Sharon Stone way in. Or Madonna.
I don't think you're accorded the proper respect.
I am not treated with respect.
I've been saying that to you for a long time.
On the Jay Leno show, I'm never in a green room. There's nothing resembling a green room.
You know that the last time we were there...
And those dressing rooms are built like they don't want you there.
Oh, that's a closet.
Put you in a closet, stuff you... And then, my agent shows up. His assistant isn't coming this time because he said, I don't want to go into a room with 900 people and stand there.
Howard, the last time we were there...
I'd be thrown out every minute.
The TV that's in that room... It's probably like a 20-inch TV, which is small when you have a bunch of people watching it. And you know how when like the color tube, when the tube goes and everything's just green?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I know.
So we watched you like you were from Mars.
I know.
It was green.
Resembled because it's a green room. Oh, Leno gives me helicopters. Dave gives me agita. No, but it is really weird, that whole pecking order, too, because even in the green room, they throw some people out who aren't even important enough. Like the writers all hang out in there. And then suddenly, like, you can't even find a seat. Like, I'm standing up in the green room. I want to find out for me, like, why. Find out where I'm supposed to stand.
I'll help you out with that today. I'll make sure that your segment producer knows that you should go straight from dressing room to stage.
Yeah.
High.
Dressing room to stage.
That's
and then
right.
back to dressing room. No stops.
Right.
No stops in between.
Because I get off, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the green room, and now I have to submit myself to looks from all of these peons who now cast judgment on me. They don't sit there and go, nice job. They just look at you. Like you just came out of a disaster. Because some of them hate you. Some of them are jealous of you.
Some of them don't understand what just happened.
Yeah, right. And you walk out, and they're just staring at you.
The weirdest
and
thing,
you feel like you did bad.
The weirdest thing that would always happen is if you would do something wild on the show, you would always have to come back out through the green room. And there would be people that would sort of, you come out and they'd sort of like turn their backs away.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to be experiencing that on a show?
Of course, the worst time ever was when you talked about how Judy Carn used to get smacked around by Burt Reynolds. Yeah. And then you walk by and there was Chris Everett, and we didn't know that she used to date Burt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was a whole uncomfortable thing. I don't want that. I don't want to be responsible for my actions.
Or what you say.
Right. I don't want to be held responsible for what I say. It is so weird on that show. I can't tell you. Now I know why I'm uncomfortable. I am not made to be comfortable.
They must have other dressing rooms. You don't think that the big stars sit in a little cubby hole the way you do.
Yeah, you might be right.
There has to be other dressing rooms.
I got the number over there. You want to call?
No, wait a second.
I know it's getting late, but do you want to call?
Yes, I'm very upset about your treatment over there.
Howard, are you saying that you're going to get a smaller dressing room than, say, Kate Nelligan? Like they're going to give her the big room?
I don't know. Something's going on. Here, wait, hold it a second.
I can't imagine that happening, but usually he's in the same room.
This is the the office number. I have all the numbers in my computer, Robin.
Very good, Howard.
I'll bet you any amount of money.
That computer has finally come in handy.
Yeah, finally worked right.
I'll bet you right now that you never get anybody on the phone of importance.
Really? I got gas. You want it in your face now? Want to get it over with?
No.
Come on.
All right.
Wait,
no, let's
Wait
do
a
this.
minute. You got to do this phone call.
Hello?
I guess you're not saved by the bell there.
All right, I'll do it on Monday. I'll speak. Have a nice weekend. Why do you have to suffer that indignity on a Friday?
Yeah, you can have at least 2 nights.
Spare me the indignity of getting it and having to walk and face the whole Letterman crew today.
Right.
Where they sometimes see me as less than a
That
peer.
might be something, though.
Having to face Morty.
Let me just let it out then.
Okay.
This is what you would have accepted.
Well, let's see. See, I would have taken that.
Oh, that would have
But you don't move away from his cheek for another
Come over here and smell.
55 seconds.
Why? Why do it twice?
What is with the phones over there? Don't they work? I'm getting a busy signal, I think.
No, that's not a busy signal.
That's not?
What is that?
Sounds like
someone hanging up.
Oof.
You smell that?
No, and I'm not gonna.
Oh, you will, but that'll be Monday's show. Look at Gary. Look at Gary's face after I pass one. Oh, wait, I'm getting through now, Rob.
The Late Show.
Yeah, it's Howard Stern radio show, live on the air. Can you put anyone on the phone, particularly Daniel? Or I'll even talk to you. You want to talk to me?
I don't think I should.
Oh, it's okay. Come on. Thanks.
Let me see if Daniel's here.
All right.
Okay, one moment.
If not, I'll talk to you. Or tell David. Tell Dave it's me. He goes on stupid David Brenner show.
Not that you think David Brenner is stupid.
I don't think, but his show is stupid. No, I love David Brenner.
Hi. Is
Hi.
this Howard?
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel's not in. He's up in the briefing at the moment.
Right, he's waiting for Howard to call him.
Can I give you a message on the air, please, for him? Thank you. Can I?
Actually, I gotta. Can you hold for a second?
Yeah. Okay.
What's going on over there?
Sounds like someone's tickling her. Everybody puts me on hold like I'm nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a producer.
Again, if you called in and said, this is Sylvester Stallone, I want to talk to Dave.
Oh, this is Sylvester Stallone.
You think he stops at Daniel?
I need to speak to Dave.
she's asking if it's all right for her to talk to you.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not.
Yeah, nothing's all right over there. Put on
Not
Bob.
without approval.
You said, can I talk to Dave? And she said, hold on.
Yeah, hey, who's this?
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, hi.
Are we
Daniel.
in the briefing?
What?
Are we in the briefing room?
No.
All right. Hey, Daniel, we're on the air for a second. I have a quick question. This has nothing to do with the pre-interview.
Okay. You can do
Why?
the interview afterwards, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Have you had your talk with Dave yet?
No.
When's the meeting with Dave?
Soon.
Okay. Here's my question. How come when I'm on the show, I have to walk into the green room and sit there with like some imbecile who spells fast or something and his whole family and
That's
like
where all the guests sit.
No, that's not true. How come I never see Sharon Stone sit in the why am I treated like that?
You're paranoid.
No, I'm not. Sharon Stone doesn't sit in the green room.
Yes, she does.
I walked out from my segment and Sharon Stone wasn't there.
Never saw
Madonna
her.
didn't sit in the green room. How do they get into? They do not.
Yes,
Did you close off the green room for her?
What?
Did you close off the green room?
No.
She sat there with a bunch of people.
Nobody gets preferential treatment.
Every time I've done the Letterman show, I
the
never.
Vice President of the United States was on the show. He sat in the green room.
Really?
Yes.
Say, I swear to my Lord Jesus Christ.
I swear to my Lord Jesus Christ. It's the truth.
Really?
Yep.
I've never seen them in there.
Well, you weren't on when
John Cougar Mellencamp is going to be in the green room.
I assume so.
Because I'll tell you something. Every time I walk out and he's like the next segment or something or some big star, I never see them.
Oh.
And I'm the only one who sits there like some kind of bum.
That's not true.
I know this is true, Robin. You've seen it. You've sat there the whole
like
time.
I said, the only other big star I saw in there was that dog. That was
Robin comes with
Turner
me,
and
right?
Hooch
And
movie.
Gary comes with me. And they sit there while I'm on, and they never see the next celebrity come into the room.
All right.
Now, something
All
is
right, I
going...
did see B.B. King.
There you go.
Yeah, big deal. BB will be anywhere. I know BB. He's not special.
I told BB that was the dressing room.
Right.
I got to go up to my briefing now. I'm going to go upstairs, okay?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I have
I'll
a
call you
question.
right afterwards.
And here's a question for Dave
Yeah.
in the briefing. Why does he go on David Brenner's show and not mine?
You got to ask him that.
No, why don't you ask him that? That's what I want to talk about.
I'll ask him for you, and I'll talk
why don't you transfer us up?
After your show.
Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive with the reclusive Letterman.
There you go.
Transfer me up to him.
All right, listen, I'll call you.
Oh, he's better than I am. He's better than I am, right? Everybody's better than me on that show. Let me tell you something. I'm sick and tired of being treated ridiculously.
You're treated very well when you come to the show.
No, I'm not. I'm treated like I'm some kind of buffoon.
Oh, Howard.
We notice a difference.
Not true.
Tell Letterman to get on.
Upstairs, okay? I'll talk to you after the briefing.
I don't like how abusive you are. I'm going to complain about you when I get there.
Okay. All right.
How dare you?
Howard, you realize not only can't you get Dave on the phone, but now Morty doesn't even talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Morty became a whole star because I exposed him. I outed him. He can't get that caliber of woman. As soon as Dave drops him, he'll never get that. They treat me like I'm gay Bob Smith the first time on The Tonight Show. I'm Howard Stern, damn it. I'm somebody. I've arrived.
You bring big ratings.
Call them up and tell them I've arrived, Gary. I'm serious. Call them up and say Howard has arrived. If I was Morty, I'd take pictures of all those women because tell them someday it's going to dry up on them.
You know, he hasn't done that thing that they usually do. You know, you get to that level and then you marry one of those models just so you can say you had her.
No, Dave is single, so Morty will be single. If Dave gets married, Morty will get married.
Oh, I see.
It all works that way.
He does what Dave does.
Right.
Well, let's finish up the news and get out of here.
Why should we do that?
Well,
I'm having fun. I love radio. I'm here for. I'm not even getting paid right now. I love it. That's why I'm here. We're not getting paid for this extra hour we're doing today. We love it.
We've already done an extra hour, Howard. We're into the second hour.
We're into the 6th hour of the show
that we don't get paid for.
Well, this is good. Now we'll be finished with all the E-shows. It'll be a year's worth of shows.
Well, let me just tell you that Paula Jones, that woman who was accused the president of sexual harassment, she was paid $50,000 by the No Excuses Jeans Company to be their spokesperson for a while. And yesterday at a news conference, she announced that that money would be going in her legal defense fund so that she will be able to continue her fight.
She's silly. That makes her case look very suspicious.
Well, she does need money, I guess, to mount a case.
I don't know. Sounds to me like she wants to be a celebrity.
The head of the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation denies that his company was deliberately manipulating nicotine to keep its customers addicted to cigarettes. He also feels that the FDA is trying to set him up.
The FDA better get off their backs. I'm telling you, this country's going downhill, and you take away the tobacco industry from the South, we're going to be sucking pond water. I saw a congressman on TV, black guy. He got on there. He says, hey, I'm just trying to think this thing through here for a second. This is a big industry we're going after, and if we bring them down, there's a lot of people out of work. Big Brother shouldn't be involved in cigarettes.
You think people are going to stop smoking? No, they're not.
No, but I'll tell you what some people are trying to do. They're trying to regulate the tobacco industry. The lawyers are suing the tobacco. Listen to this. The lawyers are suing the tobacco industry successfully and saying, oh, my client didn't know cigarettes were bad for him. Now, that's going to ruin the tobacco industry. They can't afford to do that after a while.
Well, whole states are suing the tobacco industry now.
Right. That's right. Well, maybe next we'll get to stop making cars and growing food, and then we'll be completely ruined. We'll be like a wild Africa.
We'll just wait for things to be brought here.
Right. We'll wait for care packages to drop out of helicopters, and we'll fight each other for food, and we'll have flies zooming around our heads like a third world nation.
We're the country that does that.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be dead before that happens. Soon we'll be running around in tiger clothes, eating our neighbors.
Oh. But you say that'll make us better basketball players.
Yeah, that'll be great, except there'll be nowhere to play basketball. We'll be like a third world nation. We'll be like a wild tribe, a wild Zulu tribe. That'll be wonderful. No cars, no food, no tobacco. We'll just be cannibals. And we'll hold spears and cook people in pots.
We'll have to go back to wrapping the leaves and smoking them.
Right. We'll chase a zebra for dinner. That's going to be fun. Provided there's no zebras here in this country.
How are we going to do that?
That's right. We're up S Creek.
This weekend, they say we could see the worst gridlock ever. They're advising drivers to leave the car at home and take mass transit.
Why?
Because of all the gays in town and the big parade.
Those gays. I was interviewing them.
There's the big Stonewall 25 parade at 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Can people, now that we're on TV, can people see how upset I am by this, that it's not a joke with me? These I don't care if you're gay. Go out and have all the butt sex you want. I'm saying, for God's sakes, leave the parades somewhere else. Go to New Orleans and have parades, where you're supposed to have parades.
The gay games are having their closing ceremony tomorrow.
We got sphincter lock in this city, not gridlock, Robin.
And along with the Stonewall 25 parade, there's a counter parade staged by the Act Up group.
Oh, my God.
It's scheduled to start at noon.
A counter parade? Why are they countering a gay parade? Act Up is countering a parade?
Yes, I don't know why you'd have to talk
Oh,
to
for
them.
goodness
I just tell you
sake.
why they expect there to be a lot of gridlock.
I don't want any parades. I don't want gay, Israel, Puerto Rican, black parade, Irish parade. I don't want any parade.
They haven't even talked about the street festivals. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of streets blocked off with a bunch of booths sitting on it.
Selling all that bad food, dirty water.
Only time I ever see falafel.
Jackie ate a falafel yesterday. He vomited. Tell Robin you vomited.
What is falafel?
Didn't you vomit yesterday?
So awful sounds like so awful.
Yeah, well, what happened yesterday? Tell Robin. You were on your way to get your car, and what happened?
I ate one of those things at one of those sidewalk stands of falafel, and I threw up a little in my parking garage.
He threw up in the park. He really did.
Oh, that's pretty funny, Jackie.
Where did you throw up? On the garage or, like, in the bathroom?
No.
In your car?
In my car. I got
No, really.
In the toilet.
In the toilet?
You had to ask those guys for their bathroom.
I use the bathroom every day. I unload before I drive home.
Jackie's like a dog. He has the scent every place he goes.
Jackie vomits every day before he goes home. What happened? Were you sick?
Yeah, I was feeling a little ill.
Yeah.
Before you ate or after?
4,050 beers that I had the night before.
Did you have diarrhea?
I didn't check.
You know, I'm a grown man. I haven't thrown up since I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
Jackie vomits on a regular basis.
Man thinks nothing of it.
All right. Well, there's too many parades in the city. That makes me want to throw up. Why don't we throw a parade for OJ? A lot of people support him. Let's throw a parade for him.
Yeah, the OJ support parade.
Yeah, why not?
Broncos.
There you go.
We'll all drive white Broncos.
Denny's is in trouble again, you know, the restaurant chain. A Long Beach, California man and his nephew have sued for $50 million.
All right. That should cover expenses.
Charging the chain with discriminating against Mexican Americans.
Yeah, let's put Denny's out of business. Let's put everyone out of business. The lawyers run around trying to put everyone out of business.
Last month, Denny's agreed to pay $45 million to settle civil charges by the Justice Department that they discriminated against hundreds of black customers.
Yeah, put Denny's out of business. They've got $50 million. Where does Denny's come off getting $45 million? You know how many of those pancakes they got to sell to make $45 million?
Obviously, they had it.
They got to sell like 300 million pancakes. The Mexicans.
The suit says that after...
We should go to Mexico and sue somebody.
Ricardo Rangel and his nephew Jason returned from Mexico. They accidentally began paying a bill with Mexican money.
Yeah, and what happened?
The cashier responded by saying, all you Mexicans are alike. You try to beat somebody out of something.
That's not Denny's doing it. It's some misguided fool. For God's sakes. Oh, $50 million because somebody was racist. I thought they did something horrible at Denny's and made him take off their sombrero. Oh, for God's sakes, this country is nuts. In the old days, you would go to a lawyer and say, I want to sue Denny's because I gave them Mexican... Someone made a racist comment. I should be able to sue every black guy in Roosevelt. Should have heard what they called me. Filthy honky, dirty white boy,
Unfortunately,
jerk.
They don't own any businesses.
Yeah, I can't sue anybody. I've had... What, no one's ever had a racial thing said to them? What, do you think that's the fault of Denny's? What, do you think Denny's wrote a memo? Please insult every Mexican who comes in here with Mexican money.
Here's what you say to Mexicans.
Let me blast one in Gary's face right now. I don't care what time.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Get in here, Gary. I'm going to do it right now. Get in here, quickly. I'm so annoyed.
Monkey.
Get your cheek next to my butt. Come on. Take it now like a man.
Slowly.
There he comes.
I got thermal pants.
Oh, put your nose in the crack. Oh!
All right,
Did you do that? Was that you?
That was me.
Oh, wow.
It's almost late. It's 15 seconds.
No, that's like 5.
5 seconds. All right.
Freddie's keeping the time.
Keep going, Howard.
Started at 25 bucks.
Is his face pressed against you?
Yes, it is. It is.
Turn your stomach.
That's 15 seconds.
Oh, don't strain.
It's a long time a minute, huh, Baba Booey?
Coming up on 30 seconds.
He's not talking. He's trying to hold his breath.
You got to take a breath soon. I know he can't hold it.
Tickle him.
Coming up on 35.
You smelling anything, Gary?
He's holding his breath.
He won't talk. Was that him?
No. No. How much time? How much was 45
seconds.
You got 15 more seconds.
Oh, he's holding.
He's holding his breath.
Now, what are you going to do? He's allowed. Somebody's messing with him back there.
That was Steve Gorilla.
That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, and he held his breath the whole time.
Yeah, believe me, it's on his face.
It's still a picture, you.
He's going to throw up.
No, I didn't. I didn't smell anything. I really didn't.
Liar.
I didn't.
I smelled it.
He just snapped himself in the head with that.
I genuinely.
You smelled it.
I really didn't.
Did it feel warm?
Come here, let me smell your face.
Here.
Whoa. He just smells
Maybe
it.
you just don't have any ability to smell.
Look at his mustache. You had to lick it because it was all dried out from my gas.
It's over. I can have a good weekend.
Darn it.
So proud of yourself.
Man, that was a big one. All right, now you got to repeat.
Okay.
Wolf.
Wolf.
I am so...
Wait a second. Hold on a second. When does the repeating stop?
Never.
No.
You will repeat whenever.
Have a great Friday.
Wolf.
Wolf.
I am so apologetic that I forgot to give you the names of guests on frequent occasions. Wolfer. My wonderful Wolf.
My wonderful Wolf.
I will not ever doubt my Wolf.
I will not ever doubt my Wolf.
My Wolf knows how to bet basketball.
My Wolf knows how to bet basketball.
Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf.
I promise
to
continue to amaze you. With how annoying. Dumb. Smelly. And incompetent. I remain. All right, there you go.
Monkey. Papa Flunky.
What time is it? We got to get out of here. But go ahead, Rob.
So let me go on.
Yes. Guy just accepted my wind in his face.
Took it like a man. Give me credit.
No, you didn't breathe.
A real man would have sucked in.
A real gay man.
There he goes with that gay bashing again.
Yeah, go ahead, gay bash.
Michael Jackson went to visit Cab Calloway.
Really?
In the hospital yesterday. You know, Cab had a stroke.
Yeah.
They said that Cab couldn't talk. He's 86 years old and has suffered a stroke. Couldn't talk, but he did recognize Michael. I don't know how they could tell. Apparently, Michael said to him, "We love you. I love you. The world loves you. You can't do this. You've got to fight. You've got to get better."
All right, that's nice. It's a nice thought. Cab Calloway, wonderful man, wonderful entertainer.
They said in one of the London tabloids the other day that Michael Jackson has extended an invitation to O.J.'s children to stay with him while O.J.'s having this problem. O.J.'s children are named Sydney and Jason, I think. No, Sydney and something. I forget what.
Sydney's the girl. I'd love that for
Sydney
a girl.
is a girl, so they didn't know that Sydney was a girl. They said that Michael had asked the two boys to come live with him.
Get out of here.
About the girl. I'm just telling you what they said in the London tabloid.
I don't believe it.
I don't either.
All right, what else is in the news? That I don't accept.
A resolution requiring students be taught that American values are superior to all other foreign or historic cultures never made it to the agenda of a Queens school board yesterday. The board decided to vote against voting on the measure. One of the board members had sponsored the bill. He thinks that American values and American culture is better than other cultures around the world, and he wanted the culture of America to be promoted in that way in the school system, but they decided not to take up that issue.
Yeah.
He says the board members are all cowards and just couldn't face the backlash they get from the media. If you've turned up your nose at a veggie burger, think again. A new study in Britain shows that vegetarians have a reduced risk of cancer and live longer than meat-eating people.
I can't wait to see Gary's face on my tush on E.
Apparently, the diet based on cereals, fruits, and vegetables is healthier than one based on meat and dairy products. Researchers admit the findings aren't enough, though, to tell people to give up meat entirely.
I just picked my nose.
Well, that'll be seen on E, too.
Will they see me eat it? Is that considered meat? Nose meat.
I don't know.
Nose meat.
Is it real meat, though?
It's nose meat.
I am fascinated by the things that go on with David Merrick. Now, he's 82 years old and suffered a stroke a number of years ago.
Right.
A couple of weeks ago, I told you that a judge decided that he would have to pay child support for 2 children he adopted after he got into this condition. He's now trying to sever his relationship with his last wife. And yesterday in court, his current companion, Natalie Lloyd, said that even though he can't talk, he can still perform sexually.
All right. That's what I want to know. Can a guy who can't talk have sex?
His companion testified that in bed, he's like a 30-year-old man.
I wish I could claim that.
Lloyd is 40, a native of China.
All right. Chinese girls will put up with anything. A native of China.
She says that since the first time in London in May of 1989, Merrick showed his affections to her like a man shows his affection towards a woman. So what she's saying is they still have sex.
Yeah! Oh, I thought you meant he beat her.
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby.
But that's amazing. 82, can't speak, but man, is he good in bed.
Oh, wow. Yeah!
Want to have people writing that stuff about you at 82, I guess.
Yeah, but do they vomit in their parking lots?
Heather Locklear and Richie Sambora.
Randy Sambora.
Of Bon Jovi are continuing to keep the flames of love alive, even though she's spending long hours working on an ABC miniseries.
Miniseries.
They say that Sambora has flown down to Texas several times to visit her.
Visit her.
So the romance continues.
That sounds great. Oh, man, I'd love to
Wouldn't
fly
you love
that.
to be doing
Oh,
that?
after the show today.
Written about you. You're flying down to see Heather Locklear on the weekend.
You know, Bon Jovi, the group, is not doing too well because Richie flew coach. What is it, Tom? We're leaving, okay?
Yes.
We'll turn over the station.
Tell you this final story for the weekend.
Right. It's because we love our jobs. Don't take it out on us.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
I love that you love your job.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Bobcat Goldthwait pleaded not guilty on Thursday in Burbank, California, to a misdemeanor charge of setting a fire on the set of The Tonight Show.
He pleaded not guilty?
Yes.
But he was guilty of doing it.
I don't know how he could do that, but that's why our legal system doesn't work.
They got him on video.
Yeah, he did it on camera, but he pled not guilty. So
want to make him pay? Sentence him to sniff my gas for a week, like Gary just had to do.
And a Prince Williams County man.
Prince William. That's who I look like with my long hair.
Has been arrested. Actually, he was arrested in December and charged with felony child abuse. He pleaded guilty the other day. What did he do?
What did he do?
He used an electric grinder and sandpaper to remove some tattoos from his son's finger.
Dad. I hope that kid gets real famous and just ignores his dad.
Timothy Shotwell entered his plea on Wednesday, and he faces up to 10 years in prison when he's sentenced in August.
Wow.
He was arrested in December after he took an electric grinder to his 14-year-old son's left middle finger to remove a homemade tattoo. The police testified that he also used sandpaper on the left ring finger. The tattoo showed the number 93. The year Shotwell's son said that he became a skinhead.
So maybe it served him right. You mean he didn't print Ozzy on his hand?
No.
Like every other?
He wanted to remember that date. And his father took, obviously, a dim view of the whole situation and decided to grind and sandpaper off the number.
I know a guy chopped off his son's head to remove his hat. He didn't like what he was wearing. Well, that's pretty wild.
Can't imagine why his son would want to become a skinhead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fun. Very, very much fun, Robin. Is that what's happening?
No, that's only what's happening.
That's only what's happening. Wait, I got to pass wind. Where's Gary?
You can't do it again.
Oh, that's it, huh?
That's it.
Jackie Joke Man, where are you going to be? Let's take a look at your credits. I see you're not going to be on the Tonight Show with Gay Bob.
No, you're not going to have an HBO special.
And you're not going to be writing
with Steven Spielberg.
Right. Okay. Let's see what you're going to be doing. You'll be tonight at the Comedy Loft in Nanuet, New York. Oh, I got a good one for Gary.
You can't give it now.
This is what would have been.
Oh.
Still going, Robin.
What? He didn't breathe, though. Next time you're going to have to make the bet that he has to blow out all the air.
7 minutes.
And stay there for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, because I was like, what's the difference between doing that and bringing in scuba equipment so you don't have to breathe?
Right.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Did you see his little exhale, inhale?
Yeah.
That was very funny.
Jackie Platinum, Joke Page Martling tonight. Big show at the Comedy Loft in Nanuet, New York. It'll be a fun show tonight. Real big show, and Jackie's going to be doing some wild stuff. Next Thursday, June 30th at Chuckles Comedy Club in Mineola on Long Island. And Jackie getting some wild reviews on his new comedy CD. $10 plus free shipping and handling. Call 1-800-323-5464. Jackie says to me the other day, hey, you keep saying I'm getting wild reviews. Have you actually seen reviews? I go, no.
I thought maybe you actually listened to it.
All right. I'll listen to it.
I know.
Where is it? You know, I've been using them for coasters.
Oh, you son.
No, it's a very good... Actually, I have listened to it, and it's very funny.
Well, I've heard some of it played on the air. I thought it was very funny.
Fred Norris Band tomorrow night at the Roost 3 in North Bergen, New Jersey. And don't miss boy Gary tomorrow at the Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, hosting a block party before the Firebirds football game. Also, don't miss Stuttering John and his band opening up for Motley Crue and King's X tomorrow night at the Starplex in Dallas, Texas. For more information, call 609-546-STUPID. Don't miss Steve Gorilla the Gorilla hosting the Hawaiian Tropic Beauty Contest at Faces in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn next Thursday, June 30th. And Bob Smith, first gay comedian on The Tonight Show, July 13th, and his own HBO special, July 14th. And if you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great disc jockey, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York tri-state area. Call 718-BAG-5040. All right, Robin, I'll see you. I'm doing the Letterman show tonight.
That's right. You'll be there.
Want to see the shirt I'm going to wear?
Go ahead. Show me your wardrobe.
Gary, bring in my shirt, but don't say what it is, okay?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the shirt you got yesterday?
No.
No. Okay.
Don't say anything, though, because it'll ruin it. This is great. Here. Let me have that. Here we go. Hold up to the camera.
Yeah. Don't forget the back. The back's good, too.
All right.
That's a beauty.
And I'm not going to say what I'm going to do to the shirt either, but I'll tell you off the air.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, very good, Robin. I'll see you.
You got to watch tonight.
That's right. And watch us on E! Tonight. Watch me pass wind into Gary's face. You don't know what you're missing. It's a very funny visual.
Nothing to see. Nothing important. Hardly funny.
And we'll see you Monday.
97.1 The Eagle.